Welcome on in, everybody. It is the ending of week number 10. And we have finally reached Monday Night Football. Monday Night Raw, probably, I don't know. Where tonight's game will be the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Anyways, we're just a couple minutes away from kickoff. They're doing the moments of silence. And they're about to get ready for the national anthem. So, without further ado, as tradition on this channel, we will go ahead and go through all the scores of every game so far. Probably not college basketball. There's like 75 games on right now. Alrighty. In hockey, we have the Devils up 1-0 over the Islanders, with 14 minutes left to go in the second in that one. And the Rangers are up 3-1 over the Predators. 16 minutes left in the second in that one. In the NBA, we only have 5 games on right now. The one actually just started, and the one is in halftime. The one that's in halftime is the Lakers up 65-63 over the Hornets. The Pistons are up 63-59 over the Wizards. Just about 90 seconds left in the first half in that one. The Magic are up 58-54 over the Blazers. 30 seconds left, in that one. The Cavaliers and Heat game are going to be coming back from the end of the first quarter, with the Cavs up 30-25. And then the Spurs are up 5-0 against the Bulls. That game just got started. Anyways, if you are new here and you're enjoying this kind of stuff, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,450 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. And if you have any questions, just ask them in the chat, or else, if you're watching the replay, go ahead and ask them in the comments section below. But also don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, live streams, or shorts. I have no idea if I even spelled Jalen Phillips' name right. Defense. J-A-E, I spelled it wrong. Okay, well, good to know I checked before this game got completely underway. So it's going to be J-A-E-L-A-N. J-A-E-L-A-N. Alright, we're good. I'll keep that down there. But we do have the penalty counter on this side, and we have the push counter on this side. Because if you don't follow the Eagles, they only do tush pushes on third downs. So once again, we are only a couple minutes away from the kickoff. And I think I have enough time to go through all the college basketball games. So UConn, the number 3 ranked UConn, are up 71-52 over Columbia. 6:03 left in that one. Rutgers are up 58-43 over the University of Maine. There's 8:24 left in that one. The Miami Hurricanes are up 59-36 over Stetson. 18:39 left in the second in that one. Pitt is up 54-40 over Eastern Michigan. That game is at 14:50 left in the second half. Seton Hall is up 42-32 over Fairfield. 17 or so minutes left in that one. And then the SIU Cougars they're down 43-39 to Indiana State. Drake is up 52-22 over Simpson College. 25 seconds left in that one, in the first half, I should say. LSU is up 20-9 over the University of New Orleans. That one is at 13:30 left in the first half in that one. TCU is up 13-11 over Lamar. 13:36 left in the first in that one. And then St. Louis is up 15-6 over Lindenwood. 14:23 left in the first half in that one. And then the final game that's on right now is Mississippi State up 12-10 against number 16 ranked Iowa State. 15 minutes left in the first half in that one. They also did say this game was going to have snow, but it is not snowing. So the Eagles are coming in 6-2, and the Packers are coming in with a record of 5-2-1, with the Bears in the wild card picture. Okay, sure, if you say so. But once again, we're just about a minute left before kickoff begins. Nick Sirianni's in his 5th season as the head coach of the Eagles. Matt LaFleur is in his 7th season as the coach of the Packers. They'll be led by Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, and many, many others. Jake Elliott will go ahead and kick this ball away to the Packers. It is 33 degrees, feels like 26. So Packers will start the game with the ball. The ball kicks away to the 10, 15, 20, 25, to the 30. Breaks the tackles, and he's still going. Romeo Doubs down to the 39, I believe. Or it's Williams, excuse me, but it's going to be 1st and 10 in a pretty good field position for the Packers. Jordan Love has 259 passing yards per game, 13 total touchdowns, 3 interceptions. But the Packers will begin at the 39-yard line on 1st and 10. They do not have Matthew Golden, but they do have Romeo Doubs and Josh Jacobs. So Jordan Love on 1st and 10 will have Jacobs about 5 yards behind. They will have a motion man from left to right. Love is under center. They have another motion man, it's Christian Watson. They give the ball to Josh Jacobs, who will get about 4 or 5 there. So it's going to be 2nd and 5. Rasheed Walker, Aaron Banks, Elton Jenkins, Jordan Morgan, and Zach Tom are the offensive linemen for the Packers, with Josh Jacobs, Romeo Doubs, Christian Watson, Dontavian Wicks, and Luke Musgrave, who will be taken over as the starting tight end because of Tucker Kraft's injury. Love will do a play action here on 2nd and 5. They're going to dump it down to Josh Jacobs. Jacobs stiff arms a man, and he's going to go out of bounds, but before reaching the 1st down. So he's going to get enough for 1st down yardage. That's a gain of 6. And he's going to have the Packers have a 1st down here. The D-line will have Moro Ojomo, Jordan Davis, and Jalen Carter. Secondary will have Zach Bond, Jahad Campbell, Nakobe Dean, and recently acquired Jalen Phillips. Quinton Mitchell, Reed Blankenship, Andrew Makumba, and Reed Blankenship. 1st and 10 for the Packers, right around midfield. Looks like Musgrave is the motion man from left to right. Love is still under center. 5 on the play clock. Love will go ahead and give it to Jacobs once again. This time he gets about 3. So it's going to be 2nd and 7. Looking at Jalen Phillips here on this run. He was the one that get there to get the tackle. Recently acquired by the Miami Dolphins. He's going to go ahead and go to the sideline here on this 2nd and 7 play. 13:02, 13:01, 13 minutes left in this first quarter. Love will go ahead and have Jacobs to his left. Musgrave the motion man once again. And motion man once again. It's going to be Romeo Doubs. It's going to be another run with Josh Jacobs. Jacobs is going to go ahead and get tackled for about a 5-yard gain. 4 or 5 there. And it's going to be 3rd and 3. Slowly moving down the field they go, but they're making their way down there. The offensive line for the Packers has a 68% pass block win rate. That is the 7th highest in the league. 12:18 left in this first quarter. We're going to have a 3rd and 3. They're about 50% on 3rd down conversions. Love will have Jacobs to his right. Motion man once again. They're going to give it to Jacobs once again, and he's going to be tackled, but is it short? Is it short? Or... yeah, they're going to say he's short. It's going to be 4th and a very short one. So they're going to go no huddle here. It's 4th and 1. Love's going to run it for the first down. He's going to keep it himself on this QB sneak. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Jordan Love getting the yardage. Don't think the Eagles are ready for it because Nakobe Dean wasn't set just yet. Yeah, that whole secondary was just not ready. I mean, come on. 1st and 10 for the for the Packers. Wish it was the Eagles. Jacobs behind Love. Motion man from right to left. 5 on the play clock once again. They're going to give it to Jacobs once again. And he's going to get about 1 yard. 1 yard there, and it is going to be 2nd and 9. 11 minutes left in this first quarter. And it looks like Josh Jacobs will be going to the sideline. So maybe there might be a passing play for once. The Packers have ran the ball 43% of the time, which is the 5th highest in the league. 2nd and 9 here, 10:40 left on the clock at the Eagles 38. Only one pass so far on this drive, which was a dump down to Josh Jacobs. Love will go ahead and drop back, look to his right, he's going to look to his left again. Running out of time, and he's going to get sacked! Is that Jalen Phillips? No, it is Jalix Hunt with the sack. Jalix Hunt with the sack. Huge loss for the Packers, and it's going to be 3rd and forever. Jalix Hunt coming from the edge. Breaks off the tight end block. Breaks off the left tackle block. And he gets there to stop the momentum. Romeo Doubs was wide open. And I mean wide. Jalix Hunt got there just in time. But it is now 3rd and 20. Love will have to pass here no matter what. They're going to drop back. He's going to look to his right. He's going to chuck it deep. And nobody is there. Intended for Christian Watson. Quinyon Mitchell in coverage. And it's going to be 4th and forever. Quinyon Mitchell is down. He is slow to get up. Oh boy. Quinyon Mitchell is down. He's down. We don't have Jair because we rolled him out. So replacing him would probably be Adoree Jackson. Quinyon Mitchell being the 22nd overall pick in last year's draft. Let's see what happened here. The ball hit off his helmet. He took an awkward landing there on his right leg. Sorry, left leg. So it might be something with the left leg. Mitchell will go ahead and walk under his own power. He's actually going to run under his own power. He might be okay. We'll see how he does if he does come back. We're going to go to commercial break. So, we're going to go to commercial break. Quinyon Mitchell looks fine. He was running towards the sideline. So, everything might be okay. We'll see what happens after the Eagles' offensive drive. So, it is 4th and 20. They are at the 49 of the Eagles. They will most likely punt this ball away. So, we're just going to go ahead and say that the Lakers are up 69-66 over the Hornets. That game is at 10:51 in the third. Lakers are on an 11-3 run right now. And then the Pistons are up 67-61 over the Wizards. That game just reached halftime. And the Magic are up 59-56 over the Blazers. That game has also reached halftime. Cavaliers are up 34-33. The Heat have an 8-2 run, and there's 8:22 left in the first half in that one. And the Spurs are up 19-12 over the Bulls. There's 6.5 minutes left in the first in that one. So again, not as many games as usual, but more games than yesterday. I can say that for sure. But yeah, once again, Quinyon Mitchell did get injured there. Looks like he is fine. Took a weird landing on his left leg. mainly around the knee area. I think he had problems with the knee just a couple weeks ago, so he should be okay for now. For now, I think he might be out for like a drive or two. But Eagles need to find a way to stop Jordan Love from giving the ball to Josh Jacobs. And if they do that, then you have to worry about the pass. And if you rule out Quinyon Mitchell, you're going to have Adoree Jackson probably starting at CB1 going against Matthew Golden. But yeah, Quinyon Mitchell will go ahead and go to the blue tent so he can get evaluated for that probably knee injury. But it's going to be Whelan to punt it off to the Eagles here. 6 punts inside the 20 and 3 touchbacks. Snap is going and the kick is away. To the 9-yard line goes Ania. That's not Ania Smith. That is not Ania Smith. I know that for sure. Alright, so the Eagles will get it deep in their own zone here. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 9. Jalen Hurts has a 210 passing yards per game rate, 15 touchdowns to 1 interception, and 5 rushing touchdowns. No interceptions in his last 5 or so games. They're going to be led by Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and many, many more, including that beautiful offensive line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Saquon looks like he's going to be about at the 1-yard line here, with Hurts being under center. Motion man looks like he's going to be behind Hurts. So they're going to give the ball to Saquon. He gets about 3. So a 3-yard run is not the end of the world. It's going to be 2nd and 7. 9:20 left in this first quarter. Percent of plays under center for the Eagles. 16% in the first 6 games, followed by 41 against Minnesota and 38 against the Giants. Kevin Patullo, once again, is the offensive coordinator for the Eagles in his first season, 16th as a whole in the NFL. Hurts with Barkley to his left on the 2nd and 7. Looks like everybody's to the right. Devontae Smith is the motion man, looks like. Hurts is going to look to his way. It's going to be caught by, looks like A.J. Brown. It is A.J. Brown. He's going to be a yard short of the first down marker. So, a nice play, a nice 6 yards. And it's going to be 3rd and 1. $8:30 left in this first quarter. Eagles will have a 3rd and 1 opportunity. Do they go with the tush push? They will go for the tush push. Jalen Hurts on his 3rd and long 1. He's going to get it and more. He's got enough for the first down. Well, why do we have the tush push counter on the bottom right corner? I think we all know why. Oh, I did the wrong one. There we go. There we go. So the Eagles will have a 1st and 10 here. Barkley will go ahead and get the pitch. He's going to run to the outside. He's going to get about a solid 3 here. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 here. 7:35 left in this first quarter. See what the... Oh, okay. Dickerson jumped off early. Dickerson jumped early. I forgot the Eagles were wearing their black unis. Well, the black helmets and the black pants. I can fix that. 7:18 left. Hurts will go under center here once again with Barkley about 5 or so yards behind him. Hurts will go ahead and give it to Barkley here. Barkley has to improvise. He's going to have a first down. Barkley down at the 40. First down. Eagles. 15 yards on that run. And the Eagles are almost at midfield. Nice play and shiftiness from Saquon Barkley. Way to get to the outside there. Work his way inside. Xavier McKinney with the tackle there. He's going to go ahead and go to the sideline here on this 1st and 10. Hurts will go ahead and go under center once again. Tank Bigsby will be the running back this time. He'll get the carry here. Bigsby is going to get about 4 or 5 on that one. And it's going to be 2nd and 5. Tank Bigsby was recently traded by the Jaguars back in September. He has 120 rushing yards, 100 of that coming from the Giants game. 6 minutes left in this first quarter. It is 2nd and 5 at the 45 of the Eagles' side of the field. Hurts will once again go under. No, they're not going to go under center. It's going to be. Looks like Bigsby's still in. Motion man looks like to be Devontae Smith from right to left. They're going to snap it, drop back, look to his left. Hurts will go ahead and give it to nobody, intended for Devontae Smith, but thrown out of bounds. So it is now 3rd and 5. Smith was the motion man, and that might have. He might have gotten off with the potential PI, but I don't think that was even close to a PI. So it's going to be a 3rd and 5 here. Great defensive play from the Packers. 33% third down conversion rate. It's terrible. 3rd worst in the league. And there's a flag. This might be a false start. It is a false start. It is going to be 3rd and 10. It is probably on Landon Dickerson. Or it's going to be on Jordan Mailata, the person on the call there. Dotson was the motion man. And Mailata thought he jumped off sides. So as there's 5:38 left, it's going to be a 3rd and 10. Hurts will go ahead and have Goddard be the motion man this time. Right to left. Hurts has to do something. Looks like they might bring a blitz. They won't. He's going to look to his left. He's going to run out of time here. He's scrambling to the right. Hurts has to throw this ball. He does. It's caught. 1st down. It's Tank Bigsby with the catch. No, it's not Tank Bigsby. It's Will Shipley with the catch. Will Shipley with the 1st down marker. And they move the chains. Gain of 11. All the numbers look very, very jumbled because it's on a 480p signal. Don't blame me. Blame YouTube TV and Disney. Mainly Disney. Great improvising from Jalen Hurts. Hurts will go ahead and go under center here on this 1st and 10. Barkley is back in about 5 or so yards behind. Might be a potential blitz. Brown is the motion man from left to right. Barkley will get the carry here. He's going to run up the middle and get about 2. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 on the Eagles. Looks like Fred Johnson was in there too. The 6'7" left tackle for the Eagles, who just got traded back to him earlier in the offseason. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 around midfield. Hurts will go ahead and go under pressure, under center once again. Barkley, once again, will be about 5 or so yards back. They're going to give him the ball once again. He's going to run to the outside, but gets about 3. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 on this play coming up. It's going to be 4:05 left in the first quarter. You would think the Eagles will go ahead and pass this ball here for a potential first. Barkley will go ahead and go to the sidelines once again in favor of Will Shipley. Jalen Hurts breaking out of the huddle with 10 on the play clock. We'll go ahead and go with Will Shipley to his right. Jahan Dotson being the motion man from left to right. Hurts will drop back, look to his left. Hurts will go ahead and throw it down the middle. It is caught. And it is a 1st down Devontae Smith. Eight-yard gain. Devontae Smith was open down the middle. A nice in-route, curl route, in-curl. And it's going to be 1st and 10 once again for the Eagles. Hurts will go ahead and drop back, look to his left. He's going to get pressured by Micah Parsons. He's going to throw it, and it's caught by A.J. Brown. He will get out of bounds for a gain of 7. And it's going to be 2nd and 3. 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Hurts at 32 passing yards, 4 for 5. 61 yards on this drive so far in 12 plays. They're milking the clock as best as they can. 2nd and 3, looks like Shipley's still in. And Dotson is the motion man. They're going to give the ball to Shipley. Shipley gets about enough for the first down. He's got enough for the first down. Enough momentum to give the Eagles closer and closer to that end zone. Barkley will come back in. 2:23 in this first quarter. They will run their 14th play of this drive. Over 7 minutes on this drive already. Given enough time for Quinyon Mitchell to be okay, I guess. Packers have only allowed 6 points in this first quarter. The only team under 23. So Hurts will be under center. Barkley is going to be like 5 or so yards behind once again. Hurts will go ahead with 2 on the play clock. Give it to a play action. Hurts has enough time. He's going to use it most of it as he can. Hurts has to do something here. He's going to throw it out of bounds, incomplete. All that for nothing. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. Nobody was open. Well, Smith was open there, probably. But he was running the other way. Yeah, you can't really throw it to Goddard. Okay, maybe there you could have thrown it to Goddard. But it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Barkley will go ahead and be behind Hurts. This time about 3 yards. Smith is the motion man from right to left. They're going to go ahead and snap this ball and give it to Barkley. Running to the outside, back to the middle. He's going to get about 2. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 on this upcoming play. 90 seconds left in this first quarter. Eagles have milked away about 9 minutes of this clock. About 9 or so minutes. But it is 3rd and 8. The Eagles have to do something here if they want to get at least a first down here. 16th play coming up for the Eagles. 8 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock here. Hurts will go shotgun with Barkley going to as a receiver. Man coverage probably. Hurts is going to drop back. He's going to run the ball. Hurts has enough room. He's going to go ahead and get that first down. He loses the ball. He loses the ball. Packers recover. Tackle him, buddy. Tackle him. Okay. He might have been down. But as of right now, Hurts lost the ball in the Packers recover. Edgerrin Cooper with the fumble recovery. We'll see if the knee is down. Nope, that ball's out. It's Packers football. It's Packers football. It's the Packers football. Edgerrin Cooper with the fumble, forced fumble, and Keyshawn Nixon with the recovery. Why would you run to a Packers player when you have the middle of the field wide open? I mean, come on, man. Come on. You had the middle of the field wide open, and you still ran it towards the one guy that was getting blocked. So all that time got chewed away for absolutely nothing. And there's only 49 seconds left in this first quarter, with the Packers getting the ball back at their 36-yard line. Jesus. Couldn't we improvise a better play there? Alright, we have 2 more games getting underway in college basketball. Northwestern is up 5-4 over Cleveland. 17-24 left in the first quarter there. And then, who is this? Santa Clara is up 13-6 over Xavier. 14:40 left in the first half of that one. But what a disastrous drive from the Eagles there. They were doing so well, and then they fumbled the ball right there. And you wasted about 9 minutes of the clock just to fumble the ball, and the Packers to have a chance to get on the board with not even having the potential of having Quinyon Mitchell on the field. I mean, what the hell, man? Hurts has been doing so well, and he does that. Coming off the bye week, too. I mean, come on. That's ridiculous. We're on a commercial break, so you guys are not missing anything. They're showing the Wawa Gobbler. And now they're showing the Black Ops 7 sponsorship. And looks like Burger King. I mean, that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. You get the ball with 10 minutes on the clock. And you go down the field slowly but surely, and you do that. Not great. Once again, the Packers will have the ball here. 49 seconds left in this first quarter. It's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 36 of Green Bay. Love will have one player. It's going to go to Josh Jacobs. Or it's going to keep it with Jordan Love, and he's going to get tackled for about a loss of 3. That play was a bunch of jumble, and that was a total mess. Oh, wait. Okay. So, the ball came out. That's why it was a bunch of mumbo-jumbo. Tried to give it a play action for Josh Jacobs, but the ball came out, and Love was there just in time to get that ball. It's a 3-yard loss there. It's going to be 2nd and 13. One more play before the end of the quarter here. Jacobs to Love's left. Motion man from left to right. Love will look to pass. He's going to get it deflected off the hands of the Eagles. And it might have been Jalen Carter there. Intended for Dontavian Wicks. And it's going to be 3rd and 13. Let's see what happened here. Love will drop back. Move to his right. Jalen Carter there just to smack that ball to the ground. And I mean just full on smack it to the ground. So it's going to be 3rd and 13. 5 seconds left in this first quarter. Love will go shotgun. Josh Jacobs will go ahead and motion to the right. But still shotgun. 3 on the play clock here. Love will drop back. Look to his right. He's going to get pressure. He's going to go ahead and run it himself. Love, he's down, but it's going to be a yard short. 1 yard short on that 3rd down run. And with that, we have reached the end of the first quarter. Brandon Graham making his return with the Eagles. But we are at a stalemate after 1. Packers will have it 4th and 1 when we come back, as the quarter just ended for no apparent reason because the Eagles wasted more than 95% of the clock. But yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,450 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. The penalty counter should have just changed. I forgot to do that. That is at 1, I believe. Let's just double check here. Turn the volume off. Eagles, Packers. Yeah, it's just that 1. Alright, we're good. So once again, it's going to be 4th and 1 for the Packers when we come back. The NHL scores so far, we have the Islanders and the Devils tied at 1. They're at their 2nd intermission. And then the Rangers are up 5-1 over the Predators. They're also in their second intermission. Two more games left in that slot tonight as well. The Blue Jackets and the Oilers should have gone away now, because it was supposed to start at 8:30. And then the Panthers and the Golden Knights will start at 10. But yeah, the Blue Jackets and Oilers should have started by now. They have not. And then the other two games are in intermission. And then in NBA terms, we have the Heat up 62-53. The Heat are on a 20-5 run in the last 4 minutes, and there's 13 seconds left in that half. The Bucks and Mavs game got underway. They're tied at 5, 8:49 left in the first quarter of that one. The Spurs are up 45-41 over the Bulls. There's 7:24 left in this first half in that one. In the NFL, Thursday Night Football will be the Jets and the Patriots. And if you really want to know what Monday Night Football is next week, it is the Cowboys and the Raiders. But yeah, it's going to be 4th and 1 here for the Packers. Packers will most likely go for it. Like, of course they will. Why am I saying of course? Everyone knows they're going to go for it. It's 4th and 1. I would bring a goal line blitz if I were the Eagles, because this could be a potential QB sneak here. Second quarter, Jordan Love under center. Only 5 Eagles in at the edge, well, towards the line of scrimmage. They're going to sneak it, but there is a flag. This could be coming back. This could be coming back. Is that a false start? It is a false start. 4th and 6 for the Packers. It's on Aaron Banks, the left tackle, I believe. No, the left guard. It's on the left guard, Aaron Banks. And the Packers will have to punt this ball away. From what could have been a potential first down here for the Packers, will now have to be a punt because of a costly penalty from the offensive line. So Whelan will go ahead and punt this ball away back to the Eagles. Xavier Gibson to return this kickoff, return this punt, I should say, for the Eagles. And the punt is away. Gibson will be at the 4-yard line, return it to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 21. Solid return from Xavier Gibson there, starting from the 4 and trying to break as many tackles as he could. So he'll be at the 21 when the Eagles will go ahead and get this ball back. Showing a Celsius commercial on the side-by-side. This is only a 30-second commercial, so not as long as you think. But the Eagles will probably look to at least try to score on this drive, or else this could go out of hand. Hurts looking to not fumble this drive, which would be a miracle. 14:46 left in the second quarter here. Payne and Eli has Bob Iger on their show. Barkley is in for the Eagles on this 1st and 10. They will have Hurts and Barkley to his right. Looks like Goddard was the motion man from right to left. So they're going to go ahead and give it to Barkley here. Barkley, with nowhere to go, is going to get tackled for a loss of 3. Mailata just did not go anywhere. So it's a loss of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 13. What happened with Mailata? Oh, Mailata just tripped. Mailata tripped. So, yeah, Mailata just tripped. So it's 2nd and 13. Hurts will have Barkley to his left. Everybody but A.J. Brown is on the right. Scratch that. Motion man is going to be Xavier Gibson. Hurts will look. He's going to dump it down to Barkley. He's going to still lose 2 yards. We're going backwards on this drive, guys. It's going to be 3rd and 14. Eagles going nowhere with this football. Barkley just took an unnecessary dive. I mean, what the hell? It's going to be 3rd and 14 for the Eagles at the 17-yard line. Barkley will be on Hurts's left. Motion man from right to left. They're going to give this ball to Barkley. They're going to run it up to the outside here. Barkley will get about 5. Oh, no, that's not Barkley. That's Will Shipley. Excuse me. Barkley got hit, went to the sideline. It's going to be a 7-yard gain. Either way, they're going to put this ball away. Nothing went right on that drive. Nothing went right. 13 minutes left in this second quarter. Nothing went right on that drive. Romeo Doubs will be returning this kick with Braden Mann to punt this ball away. He'll be at the 10-yard line. And the snap, the punt is away. Punt from the 15. Doubs will go ahead and go all the way back to the 10. Returns it to the 20. And down goes Doubs at the 23, I believe. Very nice punt from Braden Mann. 66 yards. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Packers when they come back. 12-yard return from Romeo Doubs. They're going to be at the 22. So, back and forth game so far. Nothing doing for any of the offenses. The leading receiver so far. Tanner McKee was in? When did that happen? Tanner McKee was in. What? When did that happen? When did... I am so confused right now. I did not realize that Tanner McKee was in this game. Because he was not in on that one. Hurts was the one that ran that one. Hurts was in that one. Hurts was in that one. Hurts was in that one. Well, it has to be a pass. Right? He was in that one. He was in that one. He was in the... I'm so confused right now. Where did Tanner McKee go in? Like, what? When did he go in? Yeah, no, he was not in at all. I swore I did not see him come in. That is not right at all. But Jalen Hurts has 5 completions out of 7 attempts. They might have to fix that. It might be 6 for 8. So, a little bug in this system. But it happens. Jordan Love is 1 for 3 with 6 passing yards. Is that really actually what he has right now? He actually has 6 passing yards. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He only has 6 passing yards. The only pass going to Josh Jacobs for a gain of 6. So, we'll see if the Packers look to pass it for once in a while. Once again, next Monday night is the Cowboys and the Raiders. God forbid there has to be a good Sunday night and Monday night football game. I mean, this one's good. I mean, this one should be good. What was yesterday? Oh, that was the Chargers and Steelers. That was decent. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Packers here. 12:29 left in the second. Love will go ahead and have Jacobs to his right with another player to his left. Jacobs will go ahead and do a fake. No, he's going to get the carry here. He's going to get about 5 yards. So once again, they're going to be running this ball more and more. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They're talking about Jordan Love getting hit there on the previous drive. We have reached less than 12 minutes left in the second quarter. Love will go ahead and break the huddle here. He's going to go behind the center on 2nd and 5. Jacobs looks like to be about 5 or so yards behind him. Player goes in behind Love. They're going to pitch it to Jacobs here. Jacobs has enough for the first down, and he's going to stumble out of bounds for a gain of 11. It's going to be a new set of chains for the Packers. 1st and 10. Great play from the tight end there to block and give Jacobs a lot of open running room. Quinyon Mitchell is back in, so everything is fine. So it's going to be 7 rushes for 31 yards so far for Josh Jacobs, 4 yards average. Love on 1st and 10 will go ahead and go under center once again. This is probably another run. They're going to give it off to Jacobs here once again, but this time he gets about 2 or 3. So about a short gain here, and it's going to be 2nd and 7. Tucker Kraft had 32 receptions for almost 500 yards and 6 touchdowns before tearing his ACL and now being out for the season. Main priority of the Packers offense is gone. They are now stuck with Luke Musgrave for the rest of the season. But it's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Packers. Jacobs will be behind Love once again, this time by about 3 yards. Love will go ahead and give it to Jacobs once again. This time, he's going to be stopped behind the line. About a loss of 1 there. Nakobe Dean there to make the tackle. And it's going to be 3rd and 8. Jacobs will go ahead and go to the sideline, so that signifies that Jordan Love might be passing on this 3rd down here. 9:55 left in this second quarter. They break the huddle with Dontavian Wicks running from left to right. He has not know what the play call was. Love will go ahead and probably pass here. They're 0 for 3 on 3rd downs here with an average of 12 to go. He's going to look back, drop back. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be caught by Musgrave, who is about 2 yards off the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be a 4th and 2 call here. Packers are going to keep the offense on the field. Are they going to be QB sneaking it here? 9:10 left in the second quarter. Love will not be going QB sneak. They're going to have a running back to his right. It's probably going to be Williams. They're going to motion him back to behind Love. Well, beside Love, I should say. Wicks to the motion man. They got to snap this ball off. They don't. It's going to be a flag. It might be a delay of game. It is a delay of game. The Packers will go ahead and punt once again. Eagles defense is hyped. They're hyped right now because they have stopped the Packers once again. Jordan Love just did not realize how much time was left on that play clock. And the Packers will have to go ahead and punt this ball back once again. A nice back and forth game so far in this game where nobody has done anything. Whelan will once again punt this ball away to Xavier Gipson. Whelan will punt this ball away at the 29. He'll go ahead and give it to Gibson. He'll be at the... Well, he stands at the 9, but the ball goes back for a touchback. So the Eagles will have the ball at the 20 when they will begin their drive. 8:28 left in the second quarter. They will go ahead and go to a commercial break. 75.5 rushing yards. I don't know. Maybe he'll get at least 80. But once again, if you're enjoying this, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,450 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask them in the chat. Or if you're watching the replay, go ahead and ask them in the comments. As of right now, I will be streaming the Sixers and the Pistons game on Friday night. I will not be available to do it tomorrow when they go against the Celtics. Is it this? No, it's not the Celtics. Is it the Celtics? Oh yeah, it is the Celtics. Duh, it is the Celtics. So yeah, I won't be available in that one. So just keep the notification bell on so you don't miss any of my streams or videos. But once again, it is a back and forth game so far, with nobody doing anything on offense. So we're going to go ahead and there should be... Oh yeah, that game should have gone away by now, yeah. The Blue Jackets and the Oilers game did get underway. It is at 11:45 left in the first quarter. Well, first intermission here. First period, Jesus. That game is still tied 0-0. But, yeah, the other two games are still at the same score. So, hopefully they actually try and score for once. And I never realized I never messaged them on the Discord. Okay, so what? Oh, somebody tagged me here. If you can name them off the top of your head. What? If you can name them off the top of your head, buy them. But it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Eagles have 85 yards to the Packers 48. It's going to be at the 20-yard line. Hurts will go ahead and have Bergey to his left, excuse me. Oh, well, behind him, I should say. Play action here. Hurts will run to the right. He's going to go ahead and throw this ball. It is caught by Dallas Goedert. Goedert trying to avoid everybody, but he's going to get about 7. What a cautious play call there from Jalen Hurts. And it's going to be 2nd and 3. What a cautious play call there from Hurts. But it pays off. And it's going to be a 2nd and short here for the Eagles. LaFleur working with his playbook here. Hurts will be under center on 2nd and 2 with Bergey looks like to be behind them. They're going to do a play action once again. Hurts will go ahead and throw it down the middle, and it is dropped, intended for Goedert once again. And it's going to be 3rd and 2. Looks like Kylan Granson is on next to Hurts. Probably has a potential fullback tight end mix. But Goedert just couldn't hold on to that. There was a play right there to knock it out of his hands. It was Keyshawn Nixon with Goedert. 10 pass breakups so far for Keyshawn Nixon. Tied for the most in the NFL. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Hurts will drop back, look to his left. He's going to quickly throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Jahan Dotson. And the Eagles will go ahead and probably punt this ball away. 7:35 left in the second quarter. Both offenses have been silent. No score whatsoever. I'm actually behind on the penalty count once again because I forgot about the delay of game. Okay. So, once again, the Eagles will punt this ball away. Braden Mann will go ahead and give it to Romeo Doubs. Braden Mann looking at the 19-yard line here. They're going to go ahead and snap it. The kick is away. This is not as good of a punt as the last one. And they will have the ball down at the 42. So Packers will have great field position on this drive. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the Packers 42. Only a 1-yard punt there. 7:25 left in the second quarter. Still no score. So yeah, not a great game so far. If you're looking at offensive plays. But someone's got the break soon. Very defensive game so far? Yeah, it really has been a very defensive game. Hopefully somebody breaks and try at least score for once. Your microphone is muted but has no signal. Oh, sorry, your microphone is unmuted but has no signal. I wonder why. Yep, that works. Just making sure. But yeah, we're on a commercial break once again. They're showing an Aflac commercial. But if you do subscribe and share this to your friends, I would appreciate it. Spread the word and really helps the algorithm as well. Liking it as well would help the algorithm very, very much. But once again, there is 7:25 left in this second quarter, where the Eagles have done nothing and the Packers have done nothing. So altogether, we have done nothing. Very, very defensive game so far. I've already updated y'all with the scores so far, so we're not going to do it this drive. But once again, if it was MLB season, maybe I would be calling other games. But no, it's not. It's the time of year where it's only basketball, hockey, and somewhat NFL football. Not really completely, but it's something. Alright, they're coming back. Once again, the Packers will have the ball 1st and 10 at their 41-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. Love will have, looks like Jacobs behind him. He's going to drop back, look to his left. He's going to throw it. It's going to be incomplete. Intended for Romeo Doubs. Quinyon Mitchell right there. That was not Josh Jacobs next to Jordan Love, but it is to no avail whatsoever. He didn't even target him. Jordan Love is 2 for 5 with 12 yards. He has more rushing yards than passing yards. Shocker. So far, at least. 7:22 left in this second quarter. Love will have a 2nd and 10. Packers have only played Packers with 12 rushing plays and 6 passing plays. They're going to go ahead and pitch this ball off, and they will get a gain of about 4 there. Jalen Phillips with the tackle. It's going to be Emmanuel Wilson there with the carry. It's going to be a gain of 2, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Jalen Phillips, once again, recently acquired by the Dolphins, gets there to get the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 8 here. Packers will probably pass with Wilson into Love's left. They're going to drop back, look to his left. Love will go ahead and throw it down the middle. I think that ball was just deflected. And it was indeed deflected. Looks like it was Jalen Carter once again with the deflection intended for Emmanuel Wilson. And the Packers have the punt once again. Oh, man, dude. Jordan Love gets it deflected by Jalen Carter again. That is the 2nd pass deflection from Jalen Carter this game. We have more Jalen Carter pass deflections this game than points. Danny Whelan will go ahead and punt this ball away to Xavier Gibson once again. Whelan's punt is away. 6:45 and counting left. Gibson will get it at the 13 to the 15, 20, 25, and to the 26. So the Eagles will go ahead and have the ball 1st and 10 when we return. So far, nothing for either team. I'm actually going to add a punt counter, because at this point, it's just punts. Let's see here. Text. New punt counter. And we have how many? Let's see. Brady Man, I think, has 2. He has 2. Let's refresh the page here. Okay, so Man has 2, and Whelan has 4. So we have 6 total, and we're going to line this to the center. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move you to the... where do I want to put this? Because if we have the tush push counter there, maybe the punt counter would go in between. So we'll just make this a little bit smaller. Or my mouse can just hang on to it for no apparent reason. But yeah, that will be here. So, it's a little crowded on the right-hand side, but it should still do wonders. Once again, we only have 6 punts and no score. Let me actually do that. Alright. There is 6:37 left in this second quarter. So far, it's been a pretty punt drive. The only offensive drive there has been in this game was Hurts and the Eagles on their first drive, chewing over 10 minutes of the clock, only to fumble. But other than that, there has been nothing. Hurts on 1st and 10. It'll be under center. Looks like Barkley will be at the 18. They're going to give the ball to Barkley. Barkley will go ahead and get about, say, 6 or 7 on that carry. And it's going to be 2nd and 3. Hurts has more passing yards, 13 rushing yards. Hurts did have a fumble that he lost. But Love still has more rushing yards than passing yards for right now. 2nd and 3 for the Eagles. Barkley will be under... Well, he'll be behind Hurts, who will be under center. They're going to go ahead and give it to Barkley once again. Barkley will have enough for the first down and a little bit more. He's going to be down at the 40. So they will go ahead and move the chains here on this 2nd and 3 play. And it's going to be a gain of 7, but we do have a flag. And Lane Johnson is down. The longtime veteran right tackle is down for the Eagles. So we might be seeing Fred Johnson on the field if Lane Johnson should be out, which would not be great. They took him out in the knees. Took him out in the knees. There was offsetting penalties. A.J. Brown got called for an illegal shift, and Devontae Wyatt got called for defensive holding. Lane Johnson, the 6'6", 325 man from the University of Oklahoma, an all-pro right tackle that has been with this team since the beginning, will go ahead and go to the blue tent, and hopefully he is okay. But once again, it will be 2nd and 3 for the Eagles, as that play got negated. Fred Johnson, as I said, will be the right tackle for the time being. The 6'7", 326-pound player from, I believe it was Florida. But Hurts will have a 2nd and 3 once again. Bergey will be behind him about 3 yards. 2 or 3 yards. Devontae Smith is the motion man from right to left. Oh, sorry, left to right. And they're going to give the ball to Bergey once again. This time, it's only about a 1 or 2 yard gain there. So instead of having a first down, it's going to be 2nd and 3 and then 3rd and 2. 5:20 left in this first half. It is not really tush-push territory just yet. Jeff Hafley is the defensive coordinator for the Packers in his 2nd season. He was the head coach for Boston College. Eagles are 3 for 6 on 3rd downs. They started off 3 for 3. Because they were going to do a play action. Hurts is running out of time. He's going to throw this ball, and that's going to be incomplete. But there's a flag intended for Dallas Goedert. This is DPI. Come on, Sorrell. Right there. That is DPI. He held him. Yep, he held his arm. That is a defensive pass interference, and it will be a 1st down for the Eagles. Evan Williams getting called for the DPI. So, with that, they will go ahead and move the chains because he held Goddard's arm. Yeah. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 40-yard line. Hurts is under center. Granson, the motion man, going to be going back to where he was. Now they're going to have another motion man, and there's a false start probably. Oh my God. Jordan Mailata getting called for his 2nd false start, and it's going to be 1st and 15. Lane Johnson's going to go to the locker room. He is limping, so he's going to be out for this game. He is limping. That's not great. But it is 1st and 15 for the Eagles at the 35. Bergey will be going to be at Hurts' left. So they might be running this ball here. They're going to have a motion man. They're going to have Bergey carry the ball. He's going to run to the outside. He's going to get the 1st down and more. Saquon Bergey, there is a flag. No. This one's coming back, isn't it? Brett Toth getting called for the penalty. It's going to be 1st and 25. Brett Toth being the center because of Cam Jurgens being injured. Yeah, that's a hold. Oh my God, dude. Enough with the penalties, dude. We just had a penalty just like 2 seconds ago. 1st and 25 for the Eagles. They need to get to God knows when. To the 50, I guess. So it's going to be Tank Bigsby into Hurts' left. They're going to give it to Tank Bigsby here. Tank Bigsby is going to get down for a gain of 4 or 5. It's going to be a 5-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 20. I mean, you need to start passing this ball, man. There's 4:10 left in this first half. And all you got to say for yourself is 38 passing yards. Four minutes left in this first half. Eagles will have a 2nd and 20 at the 30-yard line. Looks like Bigsby is still in to Hurts' right. Smith is the motion man from left to right. They're going to go ahead and do a play action. Quick pass to Devontae Smith. Smith has open running room. Stiff arms a man. He's going to be down at 39. And it's going to be 3rd and 11. Gain of 9 there for Devontae Smith. A nice receiver screen type play action there. And it's still going to be 3rd and 11. Eagles trying to at least get it closer to the first down marker. 3:08 left in this first half. Hurts will have, I believe, Bigsby to his right. 3 minutes left. 3 on the play clock. Hurts will go ahead and he's going to drop back. He's going to go ahead and run it himself up to the outside. He's going to have to slide. That play was nowhere near what he wanted. It's going to be a gain of 4 there. And I think they'll just punt this ball away once again. Mainly because of all those penalties that they have with the holding and the false start. They're going to punt. So the punt counter will go up to 7. Braden Mann will go ahead and punt this ball away to Romeo Doubs. Once again, looking for a better punt here. The punt is away, and this is a good punt at the 15, down at the 5, taking a bounce up to the 8, and there is a flag. Great punt from Braden Mann. There is a flag. 2:07 left in this second quarter. We'll see what the penalty is on. But for right now, the Packers will start at the 8-yard line. It's going to be holding on the Eagles. Still waiting on the penalty here. So it's going to be another 4th down punt. It's going to be on Keely Ringo. And they're going to repunt this football. It's going to be 4th and 17. There's going to be more clock going away for the Packers. So from what would have been at the 8-yard line, we'll see what they will start at. But that's not really holding. That's not holding. Where do you see holding? Because that angle looked like he was not holding him. So there's 2:07 left. Once again, Braden Mann will punt this ball away to Romeo Doubs. The punt is going to be underway. We're going to get at the 2-minute warning. Doubs is at the 20. The ball is going to bounce right to him. He's going to return it to the 30. Spins off a tackle, but gets around to the 33. So there's a minute 54 left in this half. A 45-yard punt for Braden Mann and a 10-yard return. We'll make this a 2-minute warning here for this game. So far, no score. We have more punts, tush pushes, and penalties than all of them combined. We're actually at 7 penalties, so let me edit that as well. A whole bunch of penalties going to the Eagles, which is not great. Thinking. No one? No, they gotta go down the field. Probably Musgrave, honestly. But once again, it is 1:54 left in this first half. Both teams still have their 3 timeouts. The Packers will have it at their 32 when they come back from commercial break. So far, it's been a back and forth game. We're going to go ahead and update y'all with the scores at halftime. But the only game I will tell you right now, there's actually multiple. The Lakers will beat the Hornets 119-111. There's 7 seconds left in that one. The Blazers and Magic are tied at 110. There's 22 seconds left in that one. Those are the only games I can really tell you because those games are pretty much almost over. And then for the NHL, the Blue Jackets and Oilers are tied at 1 with 2 minutes to go in the first period. But yet, so far, it has been a back and forth game. where the Packers and the Eagles have not really gotten any offensive drives besides the Eagles' first drive of the game. So, once again, one of these teams has to break their offensive rally here. They're going to have 154 left once again. I just needed 10 fantasy points to win tonight. Let's see how many points they have for me right now. Once again, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Packers at the 32-yard line. Love will be under center. Jacobs is going to be about 5 or so yards behind. Motion man's Christian Watson. They're going to do a play action. Love's running to his right. He's going to give it to Luke Musgrave. It's caught. He's going to get out of bounds for a gain of 8. And it's going to be 2nd and 2. Alright, let's go ahead and see this. 1:48 left in this first half. Oh, I just need one more fantasy point. Barkley has 4. Goddard has 1.8. Brown has 3. Well, you're fine. Hurts will go ahead. Not Hurts. Love will go ahead and give it to Josh Jacobs. He has enough for the first down and more. So it's about a gain of 5 there from Josh Jacobs. It's going to keep the clock running here. 1:34 left. So they're going to slowly go no huddle here. Yeah. Love on first down with Jacobs to his right. They're going to drop back, look to his left. Love will go ahead and give it to Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get tackled for a gain of 5. He's going to get at midfield. 2nd and 5 for the Packers. Love will go ahead and go no huddle once again. Eagles defense needs to hold here. They need to hold if they want to stop him from allowing to score here. 1 minute left in this second quarter. Love with Jacobs to his left. He's going to drop back, look to his right. Love will look to his left. He's running out of time. He breaks out of the pocket. He's going to run for it. He's going to get in the field goal range and the first down. Oh boy, Eagles defense is slowly breaking under pressure. Love just gets out of the pocket just in time to avoid the sack. That could have been a potential holding there, too, against the left tackle on Jalix Hunt. But Love is 4 for 8 with 25 total passing yards, 23 rushing yards. 51 seconds left in this first half. Love will have Jacobs to his right. They are in field goal range. They're at the 42 of the Eagles. Love's going to drop back. He's going to look to his right. He's going to give it to Josh Jacobs. He's going to get 9. He's going to stay in bounds, though. But they do decide to call a timeout. So first timeout of the game will go to the Green Bay Packers. It is going to be about an 8 or 9 yard gain on that play. 42 seconds left. And the Eagles defense needs to find a way to stop the Packers from going down the field anymore. Because right now they have let them in a field goal range. Granted, Brandon McManus is not perfect. But we'll see what they do once they come back from a commercial break. Because apparently they need their revenue. Listen, NBA is very bad, but NFL is even worse. Because you call a timeout, and you just go straight to a commercial that lasts like 2 minutes. You don't need the revenue. Just go, call your 30 or so second timeout, and carry on your merry way. It's not that hard. At least from what I can tell. But yeah, it's been a very, very back and forth game. It's like, nah, I don't want it, you take it. Nah, I don't want it, you take it back. No, I still don't want it, have it back. Right now, the Eagles' offense is basically the crossing guard from the State Farm commercial. Allowing rushers coming in and getting penalized for absolutely nothing. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. We're still on a commercial break. We're showing Josh Allen eating pistachios. I guess one more NBA game is going to be over soon. The Blazers are up the Magic are up 110-109, so it's no longer tied. So that game might just go down to the wire. Okay, they did say Lane Johnson is out. He's on a cart, so this is not good. Not good whatsoever. He is questionable with an ankle. He's not going to return. He's limping very badly. So it's going to be for 2nd and 1 for the Packers here. It looks like it's going to be an I formation type play, but with Love being about 2 yards beyond the center. Love's going to drop back. He's looking to his left. He's going to get the first down with Romeo Doubs. So the Packers keep moving down the field. This is the first true offensive drive we have had since the first quarter. Doubs managing to hold on to that football. There is 38 seconds left. Love is 4 for 4 with 27 yards. Eagles are letting them go down the field. Not great coverage whatsoever. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Love will have Jacobs to his left. They're at the 27-yard line, the Eagles. Potential blitz coming for the Eagles, leaving the middle wide open. Love will drop back, look to his right. He's going to try and escape the pocket, but he's going to get sacked. Nolan Smith, who just returned from the injured list, gets there for the sack. I think this is just a 1-yard loss, if that, because Love tried to escape and managed to lose as little yards as physically possible. Green Bay will call their timeout. I don't know if this is just a 2nd and 10 call. Yeah, it's just 2nd and 10. So no loss on the sack there from Jordan Love. But it is still a sack. And the left tackle, I think that's Jordan Morgan getting evaluated for an injury. He's limping as well. Let's see what happened here. Oh, Jordan Love ran it right into the foot. Oh, this might be an ankle for Morgan. Jordan Love fell onto his ankle. The ankle rolled. So that's not great. It's Elton Jenkins. Elton Jenkins getting very, very limpy. The 6'5" player from Mississippi State. 2-time Pro Bowler. And I believe in his 7th season. But yeah, he is limping back to the sideline, so he might not be coming back with his ankle injury. He got his own teammate to injure him. So far, it's only 7 plays for 41 yards for the Packers. Only 83 seconds on this drive. Eagles will receive the second half kickoff. 1st and 10, Love with Jacobs to his left. Motion man from left to right. Love is going to drop back, look to his left. He's going to go ahead and get sacked again. He loses the ball. It's a loose ball. Do the Eagles recover? Is it recovered by the Eagles? It's a loose ball. It might be a fumble. We'll see who is under the football here. But that might be a forward pass. Love trying to throw that ball away. Oh, no, he just lost it. That is not an never had possession. It just slipped out of his hands. It's Eagles football. It's Eagles football. Jalen Phillips with the football. Eagles football. 23 seconds left in this first half. And the Eagles defense holds on. Nakobe Dean with the forced fumble. Jalen Phillips, once again, the recently acquired player from the Miami Dolphins, gets the fumble recovery. He is right there at the right moment to give the Eagles the ball back. 23 seconds. They still have all 3 timeouts. They can go down the field if they want to. They will be at the 35 of their side of the field. Of course, Phillips does something good once my Dolphins trade him. Oh. Listen, Nakobe Dean just set that up for him. He set that up for him. Jake Elliott practicing his field goal kicks. They're about 40 or 50 yards out of field goal range for him. Once again, 23 seconds left. 1st and 10. Elton Jenkins will be carted to the locker room. Hurts will have Barkley to his right. Motion man's Devontae Smith from the right to the left. Hurts will go ahead and drop back, look to his left. Yeah, he's going to look to the left. He's going to run to the left. Hurts is going to keep it for himself. He's going to get it out of bounds for about a gain of 4. So, not great so far on that drive. Don't know if he really wanted to run there. But that really could have been a late hit out of bounds. I mean, Brooks really just shoved him. So, not really. So, it's going to be 2nd and 6 here. 16 seconds left in this first half. Hurts will have Barkley to his right. 7 for 11 for Jalen Hurts with 48 yards. 21 rushing in a lost fumble. Hurts will go ahead and snap it. He'll look to his right. Hurts will go ahead and throw it deep. He's going to be, almost in the hands of Devontae Smith. It hits the ground before getting into the hands of Smith. It's incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 6. 11 seconds left in this half. Eagles still have all 3 timeouts. But really solid play call there. It's just that Hurts just underthrew Smith. Or that Smith overran his route. That was kind of underthrown. It's going to be 3rd and 6. Barkley's going to be on the sideline, so it might be Will Shipley. It's going to be a run with Will Shipley. It's going to be a 2-yard gain at that. It's going to be 4 seconds left. It's going to be 4th and 4. I think the Eagles called a timeout. Packers call their final timeout. Packers call their final timeout with 4 seconds in this first half. 5 seconds in this first half, excuse me. So once again, it has been a back and forth game with nobody scoring. I would think that the Eagles will just chuck this ball deep. I wouldn't even try to punt this. Just throw the ball as far as you can with everyone going deep. Can't really go for the field goal. You're not going to have enough time to call timeout. And, well, even if you do go for it, you would still have a limited chance to even call a timeout if you do to get the first down. They're like 20 yards out. It's 4th and 4. They're going to go deep here. Hurts will go ahead and just get as much time as he is. He's going to throw this ball out of bounds. Hurts throw the ball out of bounds, and it's halftime. So far, it has been a back and forth game. First scoreless first half on Monday Night Football since 2009 with the Browns and the Ravens. Eagles will get the ball back in the second half. Very defensive game so far for the Eagles and Packers. Packers also could have had a field goal attempt. This is the Eagles' first scoreless first half since Week 3 against New Orleans last year. And if you remember that, they won that game. Barely. But once again, it is a very defensive game, only having 2 really true offensive drives from both teams, 1 for each. Both quarterbacks actually fumbling both times. They're deep in their opponent's side of the field. So, we're going to see what the second half brings us. Right now, it is a scoreless game. And very, very questionable Very questionable play calling, if I say so myself. I still need like 1 fantasy point if I want to win this week, but once again, there's only a second half here. C.J. McCollum, 40-point game, erases the Pistons. Typical. But yeah, it is halftime. We have the Wizards most likely going to win this game. They're up 127-124 over the Pistons. I'm actually going to be doing some trivia. We got about 11 minutes until the second half, so we got enough time to fly this by. Most total yards per game, Chiefs. It's not the Saints, bro. What? It's not the Saints. But yeah, I still think that Hurts' fumble from the first half was really, really questionable. You go towards the one dude that was getting blocked when you had the middle pretty much open for a first, and you still had a chance to not lose the football there. You could have at least scored a field goal with that drive, but I guess, I don't know. That was really unnecessary. Both teams having under 50 yards passing. Most passing interceptions. Is it really Josh Allen? No, it can't be Josh Allen. Oh no, he did. Yeah, no, it's Rodgers. I should have known. He threw like 2 yesterday. But yeah, both teams under 50 passing yards. Both teams having, well, both QBs having just about over 20 rushing yards. Who has the most rushing attempts? Probably Chuba. No, not Chuba. Quinshon Judkins. Because Chuba Hubbard's the backup now. Alright. But yeah, very defensive game, I should say. Definitely not really, really interesting. Alright, so the Islanders beat the Devils 3-2 in overtime. The Rangers beat the Predators 6-3. And the Blue Jackets and the Oilers are still tied at 1. That game reached the first intermission. Cook. Okay, Cook? Yeah. Goal, we'll go with you, Marchenko. And then NBA-wise, we have the Pistons and the Wizards actually going into overtime. That game got tied, 127-127. The Pistons went on a 10-3 run in the last 74 seconds. The Cavs and the Heat are tied 106-106. 9 minutes left in that one. The Cavs on a 9-0 run as of right now. The Spurs are losing to the Bulls. So that's not great. Most points per game, probably the Patriots. Yeah. 30 seconds left in the third in that one. The Bulls are up 95-87. The Mavericks are up 57-51. That game's about to reach halftime. The Suns are up 40-25 over the Pelicans. 8:32 left in the first half in that one. And the Jazz are up 36-33 over the Timberwolves. There's 6:32 left in the first half in that one. The only other game that has yet to be played is the Hawks and the Clippers. That game will start at 10:30. Once again, there is no more NHL games. It is. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. There is one more game in the NHL besides the Blue Jackets and Oilers. It is the Panthers and the Golden Knights at 10 o'clock. And then college basketball. That is not college basketball. That is not what I wanted. LSU is beating New Orleans 84-50. 4 minutes left in that one. TCU is up 64-58 over Lamar. 6.5 minutes left in that one. St. Louis is up 87-48 over Lindenwood, 7:45 left in that one. Iowa State is up 81-58 over... 81-58. 7:49 left in that one. Xavier is down 39-22 against Santa Clara. 19 minutes left in that one. That one just came out of halftime. Northwestern is winning 59-37 over Cleveland. 15.5 minutes left in that one. And then the games that have gone underway. Southeastern Louisiana is up 27-17 over Georgia Tech. 6.5 minutes in the first half in that one. Utah is up 45-32 over Holy Cross. 2 minutes left in the first half in that one. Utah called a timeout. Grand Canyon University is up 30-19 over Northern Illinois. 5:18 left in that one in the first half. And then Washington State is up 19-10 over St. Thomas, Minnesota. There is 11-12 left in that one. It's actually a 19-12 game now. And then there is 2 more games that have yet to be played. West Georgia will go ahead and play number 15 ranked UCLA. That game is going to start at 10. UCLA actually being 34.5-point favorites. And then Cal State Fullerton will go ahead and go against Cal. That game will start at 10 as well. Cal being favored by 22.5. Miami beat Stetson 102-61. They doubled Stetson's, well, not really double, but almost doubled Stetson's points. Let's see. A lot of other game was a blowout. This was a low-scoring game here. Indiana State beat SIU Edwardsville 64-55. UConn beat Columbia 89-62. Rutgers beat Maine 72-60. So really a lot of non-blowout games besides Miami, Stetson, and Drake and Simpson College, I should say. Drake beat Simpson College 81-59. But yeah, it's really just LSU blowing out New Orleans, St. Louis blowing out Lindenwood, and then Iowa State blowing out Mississippi State. Literally the only games pretty much blowing people out. But once again, it will probably go down the wire here in this one, with the defenses holding their ground. So far, the Wizards are up. The Wizards are down 129-127 against the Pistons. So far, a pretty low scoring game in overtime. Oh, no, wait, no, I'm going to minimize you, put you back on. But yeah, once again, it is a 129-127 Pistons lead with 3:22 left in that one. Make that 3:07. The Bucks and Mavs game went to halftime. Mavericks are up 57-53 over Milwaukee. So yeah, 2 games are in the fourth quarter, 1 game's in overtime, and 2 games are in the second quarter. The Suns are blowing out the Pelicans. The Pelicans are just not a great team this year. Neither are the Nets. Why are the Nets... Well, even the Pacers. The Pacers are really having a down year because they're not going to have Tyrese Halliburton for the rest of the year. They're going to get TJ McConnell back soon. He has actually been upgraded from out to questionable for tomorrow's game. I don't think he's going to start, but he is trending back towards playing. So that's good. Yeah, just when I thought that yesterday's game could have been any worse. It started off 5-2 and ended 25-15. Yeah, no, this is worse. This is really worse. Yeah, but once again, Lane Johnson is questionable. He'll most likely be out due to the ankle injury. Same thing for Elton Jenkins. So, not great. If you are following the award race for MLB, Drake Baldwin beats out Cade Horton and Caleb Durbin to win Rookie of the Year. We really thought Cade Horton would win based on how good he was, but I guess not. And then Nick Kurtz was unanimously named Rookie of the Year ahead of his teammate Jacob Wilson and Roman Anthony of the Red Sox. And then the Red Sox are interested in adding a front rotation starter, which could be Ranger Suarez. So far, pretty back and forth game, as I said. Once again, the Eagles will get the ball to start the second half. They're actually just about ready to kick this ball off. So we're going to go ahead and switch back to the football. So once again, the kick will be underway. It's just a couple seconds here. Matt LaFleur is getting interviewed with 83 total yards tonight for the Green Bay Packers. So if you all started Eagles defense, you guys are pretty solid, if I say so myself. I actually do have Eagles defense on my bench because I started Broncos defense. They dropped 16. We'll quickly see if we are doing okay. Looks like Lane Johnson is out of the locker room. He is walking, so he might actually return to this football game. Eagles defense has 15 points already. The kick is away. And it's going to be caught at the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25. Running back inside to the 29. Just shy of the 30 is Will Shipley. And with that, we have reached the second half. It will be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Hopefully, they score this drive. We need to score for once in our lives. Please. It's crazy how Troy Aikman is under the Eagles logo in this. It's actually crazy. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to... Yeah, I'll do that after commercial break. Lane Johnson's still going to be on the sideline for right now. Hurts on 1st and 10 with Barkley to his right. Barkley will most likely get me my fantasy win here. He's going to carry this. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to get 5 yards on forward momentum. 7 yards total, actually. And with that, that might almost give me my fantasy win. If not, lock that in. So far, the Eagles have no points tonight. 125 total yards and 4 yards per play. They're averaging 26 points per game, which is the 10th best in the NFL. 2nd and 3 here. Hurts will have Barkley behind him. 2 targets for A.J. Brown, 2 receptions for 13 yards. Looks like Goddard's going to be motioning from the right to the left. They're going to go ahead and give it to Barkley once again. Oh, it's a keeper. It's going to be caught. It's going to be a 1st down. Dallas Goedert. If the Barkley reception, well, the Barkley run was not enough, this one is. I have won my fantasy league We are happy. It's a first down for the Eagles. So far, so good. Get out of my face, Fly. Not a good time. 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 41-yard line. 8 for 14 for Jalen Hurts. He has braked 50 yards passing. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Bergey will be behind him once again. Devontae Smith is the motion man from the left to the right. They're going to go ahead and do a play action. Hurts looking to the right. He's going to throw it. It's caught. First down and more. Is that Goddard again? It is. Dallas Goedert once again getting the catch there. It's going to be another first down. Oh no, I was right the first time. That way. Forgot the camera is reversed, so excuse me. It's going to be a 22-yard catch for Dallas Goedert. 1st and 10. Hurts will go ahead and fake pitch it. He's going to throw it deep once again. It's overthrown. Incomplete. Intended for the backup tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. Calcaterra was open in that middle. He just overthrew him. Just a little bit. He overthrew him just a little bit. The ball was a little bit high. But it is 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. 1 for 6 on 10-plus yard throws for Jalen Hurts. Hurts is under center. Brown will motion to the right. They're going to go ahead and give it to Bergey here. Bergey is going to get down to about the 31-yard line, about a gain of 6. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. Now, please do not run this ball, Jalen. Do not run this ball. You are in field goal range. We can score points this drive. 12:25 left in this third quarter. It's 3rd and 3. They have started 3 for 3 on 3rd down. So far, they are 0 for 5 since. They are 3 for 8 total. Hurts will have Bergey behind him. They're going to go ahead and just run the ball with Bergey. Oh no, they're going to fake it. It's going to be caught once again. It's a first down. It's Dallas Goedert once again. They're really fooling everybody tonight. A gain of 8 on that catch, and it's going to be another Eagles first down. The same play that they had on that first down play from Goedert. He's going to go ahead and go to the sidelines. 5 targets, 4 receptions for 43 yards. I have officially sealed up my fantasy win. We are happy now. 6 plays, 48 yards, 3.5 minutes. Bergey will motion to the right. Stay to Hurts' side. He's going to throw it. Look to his left. Hurts is running out of time. He's going to run to the left. He's going to run out of the pocket. He's going to keep it himself. Hurts to the 20. He's going to get out of bounds at the 17 for a gain of 6. So it's going to be a 2nd and 4 for the Eagles. Micah Parsons going past Jordan Mailata. He's going to break out the bull rush here. But Hurts with the wheels. He's going to run out and get as many yards as he can without fumbling. Devontae Wyatt trying to keep up with him. 11 minutes left in this third quarter. We're going to have a 2nd and 4. Hurts will be under center. Or should it be under center? It won't. No, it will be. It will be. They're going to go ahead and give it to a Saquon Barkley, Tank Bigsby look-alike. Okay, it's Tank Bigsby. He's going to get tackled for a loss. It's going to be 3rd and 7. The Eagles are in the red zone, though. Barely. But the Packers were ready for that run. They ran a blitz. Quay Walker with the tackle there against Tank Bigsby. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Eagles here. Quay Walker leads the team with 76 tackles. Looks like Bigsby is still in to Hurts' left here on this 3rd and 7. They did not snap the ball. I think the Eagles might have... Did they call a timeout before the flag? They did not call a timeout before the clock went 0. It is a delay of game. And with that, it's going to be 3rd and 12. I don't think Hurts even realized. Dickerson knew it. Landon Dickerson knew it. Less than 10 minutes left. It's going to be 3rd and 12 now from the 25.5 yard line, I should say. Hurts will go ahead and probably just run this ball. Not really any need to throw it here. Hurts will give it to, well, Shipley here. Shipley will go ahead and get it to the 21. So it's about a 4-yard gain there, and it's going to be 4th and 8. They're going to bring out the field goal unit where we can get the first points of the game. It's going to be from the right hash. I'd say it's about 42 yards. 39 yards. I was close. It's a 39-yard attempt from the right hash. Looks like there is a little bit of a wind. Jake Elliott is 65 or 72 from kicks from 30 to 39. This kick is up and it is good. We have our first points of the game. It's a miracle. The Eagles have put points on the board. Oh my God. Actually, give me that one. Because technically they're wearing their black unis. Hey, we got points. That's all that matters. It's not going to be a scoreless tie anymore. The Eagles are up 3-0. And they will kick the ball away when we come back. It is 3-0 for the first time this game. I forgot to give the Packers their timeouts. Of course I did. There we go. Yep, there we go. So once again, 3-0, 8:58 left in this third quarter. The Wizards are up 136-135 over the Wizards. There's 21 seconds left in overtime. The Cavaliers are up 120-119 over the Heat. 2:10 left in that game. The Bulls are up 104-101 over the Spurs. 6:34 left in that one. The Spurs are actually on a 10-0 run right now, so they are coming back. The Mavericks are out of halftime. They're up 60-58 over the Bucks. The Suns are crushing the Pelicans. They're in halftime, by the way. 64-41 is the score. And then the Jazz are up 53-49 against the Timberwolves. That game's about to reach halftime. 39 seconds left in that one. And then the Blue Jackets actually just scored, and they have taken the lead. It's 2-1 over the Oilers with less than 10 minutes left in the second period. But yeah, we have points. It's a miracle. But hopefully the Eagles defense can hold on and beat the Packers on the defensive side. Because if they continue to play like they did on this drive offensively, we are probably okay. Go ahead and charge my phone here real quick. Good. So once again, it is a 3-0 ball game. And we will have Jake Elliott kicking this ball off. Eagles sideline getting motivational support from Jalen Hurts. The kick is away. It's going to be caught at the 8 by Bo Melton to the 10, 15, 20, to the 25, and down he goes at the 28. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Packers, and they will look to respond to the field goal. 20-yard return from Bo Melton on that one. But they could have scored a field goal on their previous drive, but Jordan Love decides, well, he just fumbled because of the Kobe Dean being right there. But it is 1st and 10 for the Packers. Jordan Love will be under center. 15 dropbacks, 6 pressures, and 3 sacks. Josh Jacobs will be behind Jordan Love. They're going to go ahead and do a play action here. Love will go ahead and look to his left. He's going to run to the right. He's going to throw it. And it's going to be caught by Christian Watson. And there is a flag. This might be coming back. Gain of 19 on that pass by Jordan Love to Christian Watson. But this could be coming back. Could be, could not. You never know. It is a defensive holding on Cooper DeJean. The penalty will be declined. So it will be a 20-yard reception for Christian Watson. Yeah, he held him on that one. He held him. Try to hold him down as best as he can, but to no avail. So the Packers will have a 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. They're going to once again have Josh Jacobs at the 39-yard line. They're going to go ahead and give it to him, where he will get about 6 yards, or 4, or 5. Between that range, you know, typical. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Nakobe Dean there with the tackle. 8:05, 8:04. Elton Jenkins is ruled out with his ankle injury. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. We're still waiting if Lane Johnson will be coming back. Replacing Jenkins is Sean Ryan in his 4th season, 3rd round pick in the 2022 draft. Love is under center once again on this 2nd and 6. Motion man is Romeo. That's somebody. Josh Jacobs will get the carry here. He's spinning off tackles, but only gaining about 3. So it's going to be 3rd and 3 once again for the Packers. Packers are 49% on 3rd down conversions. They are right now 0 for 5. Will they go 1 for 6? Or will the Eagles defense hold their ground once again? 3rd and 3. Josh Jacobs to Love's left. 7:06 left in this third quarter. Motion man is Dontavian Wicks. From the left to the right. They got to snap this ball. 0 on the play clock. There is no flag. He's going to quickly throw it. It's going to be a 1st down. That should have been a delay of game. It is caught by Dontavian Wicks. Packers get a lucky gift there from the refs. That clock was at 0 for a good second. They just did not throw the flag. But that was indeed a delay of game. So Dontavian Wicks will go ahead and go back to the sideline. It is 1st and 10 for some reason. It's going to be Josh Jacobs behind Jordan Love once again at the Eagles' 42-yard line. Motion man once again. They're going to give it to Jacobs, but the Eagles are right there. Jalix Hunt right there to stop Josh Jacobs. It's going to be a loss of 4, and it's going to be 2nd and 14. What happened here is that Jalix Hunt just bull rushed. He just didn't even get blocked. Excuse me. Holy, they did not block him whatsoever. And almost punches the ref in the head. Wow. Putting his inner Jalen Carter moment right there. It's going to be 2nd and 14. Jordan Love is under center. Looks like it might be another blitz. If not, it is a blitz. It's going to be a play action. Jordan Love running up the middle here. He's going to go ahead and get tackled for a gain of 5. Gain of 5. And it's going to be 3rd and 9. At the 41-yard line, Zach Bond with the tackle there. Let's see. Romeo Doubs was open. Very open. He was doing a very deep in route, and I guess Jordan Love just didn't have enough time to throw that ball. But so far, Jordan Love is 8 for 12 with 63 total passing yards. Love will have, looks like Wilson to his left. If not, that's Josh Jacobs. They're going to go ahead and drop back. Love is to his left. He's going to throw it. It is caught. It's dropped. It's dropped by Romeo Doubs. He had it, but he dropped it at the last second. It is 4th and 9. Will the Packers go for it, or will they go for a chance for a field goal? Oh, actually, no. I mean, you could go for the field goal here. You're kind of in range. Once again, Romeo Doubs had it in his hands. He had it in his hands. He just dropped it. Quinyon Mitchell just did not get there enough to contemplate with the play. It's just that it was a little out of Dobbs' reach. They're actually going to go for it on this 4th and 9 here. Love is running shotgun. Drop everyone back, guys. Drop everyone back. They're going to drop back. Love is going to go ahead and look for a deep ball here. He's going to throw it. It's dropped! Incomplete! Intended by Romeo Dobbs. Reed Blankenship is right there to prevent the first down. And the Packers turn it over on downs. The Eagles get the ball back. And the score will stay at 3-0. Matt LaFleur is not happy at all. But what a stand for the Eagles after almost allowing Romeo Dobbs to get 2 back-to-back receptions on that drive, I should say. But they keep their ground and they get the ball back to the offense. The Wolves and Jazz have reached halftime. It is a 55-53 Jazz lead. And the Cavaliers and the Heat will be going to overtime. The Pistons beat the Wizards in overtime, 137-135. So we're going to have another overtime game in the NBA. So la-di-da. Once again, I already won my fantasy week, so congrats to me. One step closer to making the playoffs. Yep, 97 points to 91. And counting it, because I still got Barkley, Brown, and Goddard. But the Eagles' defense is really getting up there in points. I'm still okay starting Broncos' defense, because they dropped 15. I'm not worried. The Panthers and Golden Knights game has gone underway. There is 17.5 minutes left in that one, and no score. While Northwestern has reached 100 points, and they're beating Cleveland 100-53. Let's see. Washington State is beating St. Thomas 50-30. That game just got halftime. And then UCLA is up 11-9 over West Georgia. There's 15 minutes left in that one. And then Cal is up 20-9 over Cal State Fullerton. 14 minutes left in that one. But as of right now, it is a 3-0 game. 4:42 left in this third quarter. Matt LaFleur is not happy. Nick Sirianni is pumped, talking to Jalen Carter. And looks like Brandon Graham, who also just came out of retirement 2 weeks ago. It's going to be 1st and 10. Hurts will have Barkley to his left. They will be at their 41-yard line. Hurts will go ahead and drop back. He's going to run to the right. He's going to go ahead and dump it off to Barkley. He will get down immediately for about a gain of 1. So there's about a 2nd and 9 coming up. 4.5 minutes left in this third quarter and ticking. Looks like Bo Melton has had only 8 offensive snaps tonight, to where he has no receptions this season. Once again, he's going to be trying to be a secondary player. He's a receiver and corner. 2nd and 9 here. Kylan Granson's going to go behind Hurts a little bit. They're going to go ahead and give it to Barkley, where he will lose about to say 6 yards. The Packers bring a blitz. It is going to be very effective, and it's going to be 3rd and forever. 3rd and 15. Barkley will go ahead and go back to the sideline. Devontae Wyatt just did not get blocked whatsoever. So, once again, it's going to be 3rd and 15. They're probably just going to end up punting this ball back to the Packers here. Hurts will have, I believe, Will Shipley to his left. Hurts will go ahead and drop back. It's play action. Hurts will run to his right. He's going to give it to Will Shipley. Shipley will go ahead and get out of bounds for a gain of 6. So it will be a 4th down. They do get the yardage back from where Bergey got tackled for a loss. But it will still be a punt no matter what. So the punt counter will go up to 8. Less than 3 minutes left in this third quarter. They will be at the 42-yard line when they punt this ball back to Green Bay. Braden Mann once again will be punting this ball to Romeo Doubs, who will be returning this. Jesus. And the punt is away. And there goes Braden Mann. Down goes Braden Mann. That ball is going to be down for a touchback. 58-yard punt from Braden Mann. And it ends up being a touchback. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for Green Bay. Looking to go down the field once again. Patrick Johnson actually getting injured on that play. But they do go to commercial break regardless. Getting their revenue once again. With looks like Kevin Hart doing a Verizon commercial. Looking like a very elf-like type thing. I don't know. There's 2:32 left in the third quarter. So if you're liking this kind of stuff and if you are new, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. We're on a road to 1,450 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. And if you do want to see Friday's stream where I will commentate the Sixers and the Pistons, go ahead and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of my streams or videos and if any shorts. But also, if you're already subscribed, go ahead and share this to all your friends. Spread the word, and it would definitely help the algorithm a lot. But once again, we are on a commercial break, so you guys are not missing anything. At least I hope you're not, but the Heat are up 130-129 over the Cavaliers. 3.5 minutes left in overtime in that one. And the Spurs have come back, and they're up 117-114 over the Bulls. 18 seconds left in that game. The Spurs are on an 8-0 run in the last 84 seconds. And then the Mavericks are on an 11-2 run right now. They're up 10 to the Bucks, 81-71. 2.5 minutes left in the third in that one. So far, same scores in the NHL. And there is no other new games going on tonight, as they are all underway. Except for the Hawks and Clippers. That is the only game that's left. Jets Patriots might not might not be that bad on Thursday. 98 trades for Howie Roseman since 2016. The second most since that range, with New England being number 1. They made 3 trades in the trade deadline, getting Michael Carter from the Jets, Jair Alexander from the Ravens, and Jalen Phillips from the Dolphins. Josh Jacobs will get the pitch here on 1st and 10. He's going to get enough for the first down. A gain of 11 there. So it's going to be 1st and 10 once again for the Packers. They're showing Howie Roseman, the executive vice president and GM of this great franchise, with Jeffrey Lurie being the chairman and the CEO. Once again, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Packers. 2 minutes left in this third quarter. So the clock is ticking away very, very quickly. It's going to be Jordan Love with Josh Jacobs behind him with the man to his left. They're going to go ahead and give it to Jacobs. That's a fake. Play action. Love will throw it, and it's going to be caught. Romeo Doubs hangs on to this one. And that's Dontavian Wicks. Excuse me. Dontavian Wicks holds on to that one. It's a first down, but there is a flag. And it's going to be declined. It is another defensive holding on Cooper DeJean. DeJean getting called for 2 holding penalties. He needs to calm down. 20-yard gain on that play from Jordan Love to Dontavian Wicks. Once again, DeJean holding on. What? He's not holding on to him. I don't see how that was a hold, but okay, sure. Screw it. Love will be under center on 1st and 10. Eagles defense needs to stop him here slowly but surely. They're going to go ahead and give it to Josh Jacobs here, who will go ahead and get about 3. Get about 3 on forward momentum there. And it's going to be 2nd and 7. They're going to show some highlights of tonight's game about Jalen Phillips. Great tackling so far from Jalen Phillips, especially getting that fumble recovery from the Packers before the end of the first half. He will go ahead and go to the sideline here on the 2nd and 8 play. 29 snaps tonight, 5 tackles and a fumble recovery. Love again is under center. Eagles look like they're going to bring a blitz here with Zach Bond on the edge. And they will go ahead and give it to Josh Jacobs once again. Jacobs getting about 3 or 4 there. So it's going to be a 3rd and 4 once they will come back from the 3rd quarter, because this clock is going to run down unless they call one more play here. There's only 10 seconds left. The referee is preventing them from going for one more play. There's only 2 seconds left. So they're just going to let this clock run down. They're going to let the clock run down here. It is the end of the 3rd quarter. Very early, if I say so myself, but there has been no scoring whatsoever. The Eagles are the only team to make any points happen here tonight. We're going to the 4th, where the Packers are driving down the field and are down 3-0. Rushing yards. He does not have 2 rushing yards. He has 40. What do you mean, brother? He can definitely get that. And then the spread is just... Oh, no, that's some more points in the quarter. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. But once again, we're heading to the 4th quarter. The Eagles are up 3-0 over the Green Bay Packers. Packers do have the ball, and it will be 3rd and 4 when we come back. Very early for a game to be in the 3rd quarter. Especially in the 4th quarter itself, with it only being 10:23 already. Usually it'd be like 10:30 or so. But the only score so far was a 39-yard field goal from Jake Elliott. Northwestern holds on to beat Cleveland 110-63. So we'll go ahead and go to the game before that. Santa Clara is beating Xavier 69-44. Santa Clara is 2-0 in the Western Conference. The WCC, I don't know what that is because I don't follow college basketball that much. The Southeast Louisiana Lions are up 36-33 over Georgia Tech. 17 minutes in that one to go. Utah is up 63-51 over Holy Cross. 12 minutes left in that game. Grand Canyon's up 49-31 over Northern Illinois. There is 18 minutes left in that one. UCLA is up 24-17 over Western Georgia. West Georgia, same thing. 10 minutes left in the first in that one. And then Cal is up 25-14 over Cal State Fullerton with 9 minutes to go in the first half of that game. And then NBA-wise, the Heat will have a 3-point lead with 43 seconds to go in overtime, 136-133. But it is a 3rd and 4 for the Packers as we are going to be starting this 4th quarter. Looks like Wilson, is in over Jacobs in this play, and he will be to Love's right. Dobbs is a motioning man. Love is going to drop back. He's going to throw it. It's going to be caught, but I think they're going to give him the first down. That was Dontavian Wicks with the catch there. I guess he caught that and got the first down. Yeah, he's at the line, so that's a first. So once again, it's a 1st and 10 for the Packers. 14 and a half minutes left in this game. Jacobs is back in. He'll be behind Jordan Love. Love will go ahead and give this to Jacobs. Jacobs will go ahead and get about 6. Or 4. I keep forgetting. It's very confusing when you're looking at the line markers. But it's a 4-yard gain. It's going to be Zach Baun with a tackle. Looks like an offensive lineman has a cut on their arm. Or is it Devontae Wyatt? No, it might be an offensive lineman. Oh, no, it was Josh Jacobs. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Josh Jacobs has 62 total rushing yards. 82 total. He has more total yards than the whole team. Once again, Love is under center on 2nd and 6. Josh Jacobs about 5 or so yards out. He's going to get the play action here. Love is going to look to his right. He's going to throw it. There's a flag. It's going to be caught. And getting hit hard is Christian Watson. 22-yard gain there, but there is a penalty. We'll see who it is on. If it's on the Eagles, then we're screwed. Illegal formation on the offense. This play is going to be negated. It is going to be the 9th penalty of this game. So instead of it being a 1st down here, it's going to be 2nd and 11. Looks like it was going to be on Christian Watson anyways. Line up at the line at the 35. So instead of it being a 1st down, as I said, it's going to be 2nd and 11. Love will probably most likely go ahead and go under center once again. Giving the call to the offensive lineman. Eagles defense looking to hold their ground once again. Love is under center. They will have a motion man from the right to the left. Love will go ahead and do a play action. He's going to throw it quickly, and it is incomplete. Intended for Romeo Doubs. Quinyon Mitchell right there to break it up. And it's going to be 3rd down and 11. 13:01 left in this game. Romeo Doubs trying to do a nice quick in route for the 1st down, but Quinyon Mitchell right there to not actually do anything and hit off the tip of his left hand. No, sorry, right hand of Romeo Doubs. So with that, it's going to be 3rd and 11. Eagles looking to hold their ground one more time and give the Packers a chance for a field goal. That should have been the delay of game there. Love is going to go ahead and drop back. Drop back even more. He's going to run to the right. He's running out of time. He's going to throw this ball away, and it is incomplete. Forget the delay of game penalty. We got a 4th down and 11, and Romeo Doubs might be hurt. Doubs is a little slow to walk off the sideline. Something happened there between him and Quinyon Mitchell. See what happened here. Once again, tried to do the inside route. Nothing happened. So, I don't know why Doubs is a little slow to get out of the off the field here. But great coverage from the Eagles, and the Packers will go ahead and punt this ball away from the Eagles' 40-yard line. This ball is going to be a touchback. Oh, they keep it in bounds. Then they're going to be at the 1. Why would you even get that football, man? Xavier Gibson there to get the football. It's a 38-yard punt. This ball went from the end zone down to like the 2. Gibson ran the wrong way. See what the official call is. But as of right now, he's down at the 1. See the see what happened here. So the ball bounces at the 1. They bat the ball at the end zone. This is a touchback. Apparently, Bo Melton's foot was still on the ground when he made contact with the football. At least from what I can tell. So it is going to be a 1st and 10. Eagles avoid what could have been a potential catastrophe there with Xavier Gibson returning that. And it will be a touchback. They will go ahead and start their drive at the 20 when we come back, because they love to get their revenue. But yet they don't like putting their channel on YouTube TV. Yeah, that makes sense. The Heat will most likely hold on to win this game against the Cavaliers, 136-135. Only 6.5 seconds left in overtime in that game. Jazz are back from halftime, and they are down 68-59 over the Jazz, as I said before. The Mavericks are also on a 17-4 run in the last 5 minutes. The Suns are also back from halftime. They are up 79-54 and look to crush the Pelicans by 75 points. And then the Mavericks are up 92-79 over the Bucks. So good to know that that game is happening. And then the Atlanta Hawks LA Clippers game will be getting underway very, very shortly. The Blue Jackets and the Oilers game have made it to their second intermission, with the Blue Jackets up 3-1. And then there's still no score on the Panthers and Golden Knights game. Why would there be? Less than 6 minutes left in that first period in that one. But yeah. Eagles avoid a major mistake there, and they will start their drive at the 20. I don't know what they're showing. Sports betting. Stop the tax on online. There's a tax on online gambling. Oh boy. Once again, the score is 3-0. A.J. Brown has 2 receptions on 13 yards. First 7 games, his yards average is 56.4, which is his career low. Hurts on 1st and 10 will have Barkley to his left. 12:46 left in this game. They're going to go ahead and snap it and give it to Barkley here. He's going to run it up the middle for about a gain of 5. And it's going to be 2nd and 5. Alright, so far in the second half, I don't think the Eagles have really passed the ball besides giving it to Goddard and the target to Calcaterra. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for Hurts. He's going to be... Well, he's going to have Smith being the motion man. He's going to pitch to Barkley once again, right into the outside. He was going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe getting a yard there. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 once again. Not really any gain there. Not really a loss, so it's just no gain whatsoever. Or it's going to be a 2-yard loss. It's going to be 3rd and 7, because apparently he went out of bounds for losing yardage for some reason. So it's going to be 3rd and 7. Hurts will have... Looks like Barkley's still in to his left. Goddard will be the motion man from the left to the right. Hurts is going to drop back, looking to his right. He's going to throw it to Barkley here. He's got enough room for the first down if he wants. He spins off a tackle. He's got first down no more. 50, 45, 40. Oh, he gets tackled at the 36. What a play from Saquon Barkley. It might not be the reverse hurdle, but it is enough for the Eagles. First down. I forgot I'm reversing camera, but it's a first down! Spins off the tackle, and watch him go. A.J. Brown with the solid blocking there. 41 yards on that play. And the Eagles are set at the 36-yard line of the Packers. Jahan Dotson, the motion man from the left to the right. Hurts will go ahead and give it a play action once again. Hurts is chugging it deep. Devontae Smith, touchdown! Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith, we have a touchdown! And the Eagles are up 9-0. 36-yard touchdown for Devontae Smith. His 30th career touchdown. Oh my God. What a play from Jalen Hurts. 4 plays, 80 yards. The extra point is up and good. And with that, we have our first and potentially only touchdown of this game. It took us up to the 10:35 mark of this fourth quarter to get a touchdown. Wow. But anyways, that drive wouldn't have happened if Saquon Barkley did not go out for 41 yards. And if you like this kind of stuff, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,450 subscribers. If you have any questions, or if you are cheering for a team that you like, go ahead and put it in the chat now. Or if you're watching the live chat replay, ask your questions in the comments section below. Once again, if you are already subscribed and you are in here, go ahead and share this stream or channel to any of your friends that might like sports. And it will definitely help the algorithm a lot. Once again, I'll be most likely streaming the Sixers and Pistons game on Friday night. As of right now, we have our first touchdown of the game, and it was a beauty of a ball from Jalen Hurts. What a ball. Once again, it wouldn't have happened if Saquon Barkley didn't run for 41 yards there on that catch. We are still waiting for the start of the Hawks and the Clippers game. So, as of right now, there's only 3 games on right now. The Spurs hold on to beat the Bulls 121-117. The Magic beat the Blazers 115-112. They're showing the replay of Devontae Smith, and it looks like to be Xavion Williams. And Devontae Smith just burns him, but that throw was also a little bit, it might have died in the air a little bit, but it still got to Devontae Smith's hands, and it is a touchdown. So Jake Elliott will be kicking this ball away. There is 10:35 left in this game. It's going to be a bouncer to the 1, to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 26. Go the Packers. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Packers. A return of 24 yards on that play. And the Packers will start at the 25-yard line. Matt LaFleur looking to answer the touchdown that Eagles just scored on this drive. While the Eagles defense look to hold once again. 1st and 10, Jordan Love is under center with Josh Jacobs about 7 yards out. They're going to go ahead and give it to Josh Jacobs here. Just about a 3-yard gain there. 2 or 3 yards there from Josh Jacobs. It's about a 2nd and 8. Packers are going no huddle here. Jordan Love this time will have Josh Jacobs to his left. They're going to go ahead and drop back. Jordan Love is going to throw it. It's going to be caught for a first down and a little bit more. It's going to be Dontavian. It's going to be Bo Melton, his first catch as part of the offense. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Packers. They gain 11 on that one. Josh Jacobs to Love's right here on this first down. He's going to drop back, look to his right, look to his left. He's going to throw it to Josh Jacobs here. Jacobs will go ahead and get spun down by Jahad Campbell there. A gain of 6 on that play. And it's going to be 2nd and 4. 9.5 minutes left in this game. They're going to, once again, go no huddle. Because they need to score here, no matter what. So once again, it's going to be Josh Jacobs to the left of Jordan Love. Eagles are bringing the blitz. Cooper DeJean almost gained the deflection there. It is a screen pass that is caught by Sam Williams? Savion Williams, excuse me. Okay, there's like 25 Williamses. And it's going to be 3rd and 2. 9 minutes left in this game. Packers slowing down just a bit. I'm kidding. They're going to go no huddle here. Once again, Love is going to change the play call here. The Packers are 2 for 9 tonight on 3rd down. Will they go 3 for 10? Love will go ahead and pass it. Well, he's going to give it to Josh Jacobs, it looks like. And it's going to be a 1st down for the Packers. Gain of 8 on that run from Josh Jacobs. Jacobs will go ahead and go to the sideline here. It's going to be Wilson that comes in. Josh Jacobs with 72 rushing yards and 26 receiving yards for a total of 98 total yards. 1st and 10 for Jordan Love and the Packers. Safeties are running back. Love will go ahead and look to his right. He's going to look to his left. He's going to dump it down to the running back. He breaks a tackle but falls down. It's going to be Emmanuel Wilson there with the catch. He gets about 2 yards there. It's going to be a 2nd and 8. 7:45 left in this game. Once again, the Packers will go no huddle. 14 for 22 for over 100 yards tonight for the Packers. Jordan Love will go all the way back. He's going to chuck this ball very, very far. It's going to be out of bounds and incomplete. Intended for Bo Melton. Bo Melton, I should say. And it's going to be 3rd down and 8. Jordan Love needs to get the 1st down here. They are 3 for 10 on 3rd down conversions. Will they go 4 for 11, or will the Eagles stop them once again? And if they do stop them here, will the Packers go for it on 4th down? Love on 3rd and 8. Looks like the Eagles might bring a potential blitz. The left-hand side is wide open. It is a blitz. Love will drop back. Look to his right. He's going to throw it. It is caught. 1st down, Dontavian Wicks. Dontavian Wicks with the 10-yard catch and goes out of bounds to stop this clock at 7:29. Love did not even notice anything about the left-hand side of the field. Just saw that Dory Jackson is in, and that is an automatic 1st down no matter what. I can understand that. It is going to be 1st and 10 for Jordan Love and the Packers once again. It's going to be Savion Williams to Love's left. We're going to have a motion man from the right to the left. It's going to be a play act. Oh, no, it's going to be a jet sweep. Excuse me. And it's going to be about for a yard. 1 yard there. It's going to be 2nd and 9 there. About 2nd and 9.5 there. Really. Maybe got half a yard. I'm being generous. Cooper DeJean there with the tackle there. Brandon Graham bringing out the pressure there, who also just signed out of retirement back on the 21st. 2nd and 10 for the Packers. Motion man from the right, left to right is going to be Bo Melton. Love is looking to his left. He's going to throw it. It's going to be incomplete by Jahad Campbell in coverage. He's going to get called for a DPI because why not? 10 penalties in this game. It's going to be DPI on Jahad Campbell. And it puts the Packers in the red zone. Pass was intended for Luke Musgrave. And it's going to give the Packers 21 free yards. And they're going to be at the 13-yard line. A lot of penalties on this Eagles team. But the Eagles needed to find a way to stop the Packers from going down the field and scoring a touchdown here. Because they are at the 13-yard line and then, okay, so cool. Love's going to quickly throw it to Josh Jacobs. He's going to break 2 tackles, and he's going to get about 7 yards. And it's going to be 2nd and 3. So it's great to note that the Eagles defense actually care about what I'm saying about trying to stop them from scoring a touchdown here. 6:07 left in this game. Love is trying to go down the field as best as he can. 11 plays coming up for this drive for the Packers. Love will go ahead and give it to Jacobs. Jacobs is going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs scores the touchdown for the Packers. And the Packers respond to the touchdown from the Eagles. Unless he was down. He's in. He's in. He broke the plane. 11 plays, 75 yards. Only took him 4 minutes and 46 seconds. Not a great defensive drive from the Eagles there. Not the best, but it's definitely not great. The extra point is up and good. They just did not show it whatsoever. But Josh Jacobs does give the Packers their first touchdown of the game and their first points of the game. And it's going to be 10-7. So we actually have scores now. Very, very low scoring still, but it's still scores. The Hawks and Clippers game did get underway. It is a 10-2 Clippers lead. 8:22 left in the first in that one. And then the Panthers break the tie. They were in their first intermission, being up 1-0. It's many questions, man. The Blue Jackets are up 3-2. They are going to have 17 minutes left in that game. And then as the college basketball games start to dwindle down, we will have Georgia Tech up 48-46 over Southeast Louisiana with 9 minutes left in this game. Yeah. Talk about low scoring. Utah's up 75-61 over Holy Cross. 3:53 left in that game. Grand Canyon is up 67-44 over Northern Illinois. But they are on an 11-3 run right now. They're still down 23. 9:18 left in that game. Washington State's up 63-41 over St. Thomas, Minnesota. 11:48 left in that one. UCLA is about to reach halftime, up 37-32 over West Georgia. And then Cal State Fullerton has reached halftime, with Cal being up 42-27. But there will be 5 minutes and 49 seconds left in this game. The Packers will look to try and stop the Eagles from scoring anything here, or at least chew the clock as best as they can, and try and get the ball back to potentially win this game. Once again, the Eagles are in the second seed with a 6-2 record. They are behind the Seahawks, who are 7-2. The Packers are below the Eagles at 5-2-1, and the Bucks are 6-3. Kickoff is away, and it'll be Xavier Gibson to return this at the 2, to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, down to the 29, I believe. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Once again, they're showing the replay of the last drive that they had with Bergey and Devontae Smith, giving the Eagles a 10-0 lead. And then they're just going to show the drive that just happened with Josh Jacobs scoring the touchdown for the Packers, being 10-7. But it will be at the 28-yard line for the Eagles here on 1st and 10. Lane Johnson is back in for the Eagles. Saquon will be at Hurts's left. They're going to go ahead and give it to Saquon here. It's a blitz, and it was a great one. Safety blitz from Williams, and it's going to be 2nd and 12. Great blitz. He saw it coming, and he was unblocked, too. The two things you don't want to see in a running play. But once again, the Eagles will slowly chew the clock down as much as they can. Kylan Granson is going to be the motion man from the left to the right. They're going to have Bergey to Hurts's right. They're going to go ahead and give it to Bergey once again. That's a fake! Incomplete to Dallas Goedert. Keyshawn Nixon there to break it up. And it's going to be 3rd and 12. I don't think Goedert was ready. No, he was not ready. He was still running, and by the time Hurts threw the ball, he was just not reacting quick enough. And also, that ball is kind of out of Goddard's reach. 4:58 left in this 4th quarter. They will have to try something here. Once again, they're at the 26-yard line. Hurts with Bergey to his left. 3 on the play clock. They need to get this... Yep, there we go. They're going to drop back. Hurts is going to throw it deep. Once again, it's caught by Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith holds on, and it is an Eagles 1st down. What an out route from Devontae Smith. In a way to hold that ball and stay in bounds. Both feet are down. That is a catch. 16 yards on that reception there. 4 receptions for 69 yards and a touchdown. 1st and 10. Bergey will be behind Hurts, who is under center. They're going to go ahead and give it to Bergey here. He's going to get about 3. Slowly losing my voice here because this game is on another level here. Especially when the game started off 0-0 after half. A.J. Brown will come back in for the Eagles. It will be 2nd and 7. 4:25 left in this game. They're going to chew the clock down as best as they can. Packers have 2 losses when allowing only 16 points or fewer. They have tied for the most. Once again, it'll be Hurts under center. Looks like Bergey is about at the 37-yard line. A.J. Brown is the motion man. They're going to give it to Bergey once again. Bergey got tripped. He would have had enough for the first if he did not get tripped there. And it's going to be a gain of 5. It's going to be a 3rd and 2 here. What happened here? That's a trip. He tripped him. Michael Parsons trips Saquon Bergey to the ground. I mean, there's nothing that Saquon can do to avoid that. But it's going to be 3rd and 2. 3:30 left in this game. Bergey is still in. They're showing Micah Parsons. I think they're just going to let the clock wind down as much as they can before calling their first timeout, which is what they do. First timeout for the Eagles this game. And It will be a 3rd and 2 with 3:21 left in this game, with the Eagles up 10-7. They were at midfield, and they will need to find a way to get the first down here, or else Green Bay will use their timeout and try to drive down this field. 3:23 on the clock now. They added on 2 more seconds. There's only been 1 tush push so far this game. It is not going to come here. Tank Bigsby is in, I believe, behind Hurts, with Barkley towards the left guard. Going to have a motion man. It's going to be Kylan Granson from the right to the left. They're going to give it to Barkley on what looks like to be a fullback dive. It's going to be enough for the first down. And now he's going to get brought down for a gain of 5. So that will give the Eagles another first down. 54 rushing yards, 41 receiving, 95 total yards from Saquon Barkley. Less than 3 minutes left in this game. You can see Lane Johnson's beard coming from that helmet. It's going to be 1st and 10 once again from the Eagles at the Green Bay 45-yard line. Barkley will this time be behind Hurts, who is under center. Hurts will go ahead and give it to Barkley once again. Barkley will get about 2 or 3 yards there. And the Packers will call their first timeout. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Eagles. Packers call their first timeout with 2:33 left on the clock. 2:34 left on the clock, excuse me. They added back a second. And they're going to cut to commercial here, showing a Steph Curry commercial. But so far, the Eagles are slowly moving down this field. And if they do decide to at least get a field goal here, they need to score on this drive if they want to at least keep the Packers away. Because they're not going to be unstopped forever, I should say. But Packers and Eagles are both down to 2 timeouts. The Packers are going to keep using their timeouts. So if they really don't get another first down here, this game might not be over just yet. But they need to get more yards if they want to at least get a field goal this drive. Saquon is up to 97 total yards. 19 carries for him for 56 yards. But once again, the Packers call their first timeout. There is 2:34 left in this game. Ooh, that hurt really bad. But once again, Monday Night Football will be the Dallas Cowboys going against the Las Vegas Raiders. Which will probably be a terrible, terrible Monday night game. But I'm not joking. Why are the Cowboys on Monday Night Football once again, man? It's going to be the second time in 3 weeks. They're coming back. It will be a 2nd and 8 for the Eagles with 2:34 on the clock. They're showing the Salute to Service promotion, which makes sense. It is November, and Veterans Day is just tomorrow, actually. Once again, it is 2nd and 8. Looks like the Dallas Goedert's the motion man. 5 Micah Parsons pressures, 1 from the rest of the team. Play action from Hurts. He's going to run all the way to the right. He's going to throw this ball away. Incomplete. Would have been Dallas Goedert with the reception there, but it's going to be with nobody there. So it's going to be 3rd and 8. I don't know what was the necessary of trying to throw there. You're supposed to chew as much clock as you can without allowing the Packers to get any points. So it's going to be 3rd and 8. 2.5 minutes left in this game. Hurts will go ahead and have Bergey to his left, it looks like. They're going to bring a blitz. Hurts is going to have to throw this quickly. He's going to be overthrowing Devontae Smith. Incomplete. And it's going to be 4th and 8. I don't even know if you can really go for a field goal here. You can't keep the offense on the field. And you can't really punt the ball as far as you can. But yeah, Hurts just overthrew Devontae Smith big time. It's going to be 4th and 8. They're going to keep the offense on the field for some reason. Bergey is still in. He's going to be behind Hurts, who would have been behind the center. They are in field goal range. Well, career long range, I should say, for Jake Elliott. There is a flag. And it's probably going to be delay of game. It is. They're going to punt this ball away. 11th penalty of this game. And this pretty much solidifies that the Eagles are just going to punt this ball away. They were at Jake Elliott's career long range of 61 yards. But I guess it's since he's not really great from over 50, he's just not going to be used. So it's going to be a punt. Braden Mann will go ahead and punt this ball away. The punt counter will go ahead and go up to 9 here. 7 punts inside the 20 this season, 5 touchbacks. The punt is away. It's going to be fair caught at the 10. Solid punt from Braden Mann there. Gain a 38-yard punt. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Packers, who could go down the field with their 2 timeouts and potentially win this game. We'll just have to see. Packers will have it at their 10-yard line here to start off the drive. 2:18 left in this game. Love will have Josh Jacobs and Luke Musgrave. Dontavian Wicks, Bo Melton. Love will have Josh Jacobs to his left on this first down. 17 for 26 for 124 yards. Love's going to just throw it to nobody. He threw it way out of reach for Dontavian Wicks, who was the targeted man there. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. 3 seconds off that clock there from Jordan Love. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. The Eagles need to hold their ground here. Prevent the Packers from going anywhere. Cover everyone. They're 5-1 in 1-score games, which is the best in the league. Love on 2nd and 10 will go shotgun. Kinda, sorta. He's going to drop back, look to his left. Love is going to go ahead and get hit before he hit. Oh, that's incomplete. Love got hit when he threw that ball. That's going to be no good whatsoever. Love looking for the roughing the passer call. Nolan Smith getting there to hit Jordan Love, but he was hit at the hip. That ball was intended for Bo Melton. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Once again, the Eagles need to cover everyone. The Packers are 4 for 11 on 3rd down and 1 for 2 on 4th down. Love will go ahead and do a play action. He's going to drop back, look to his left. Love will go ahead and throw it, and it is going to be caught by Christian Watson. And the forward momentum will drop him down at the 34-yard line. Not what you wanted to see there from the Eagles. It will bring it to the 2-minute warning. And the Packers will look to end this game with a touchdown or bring this game to overtime. And somehow this 4th quarter went longer than the first 3 quarters. Because this 4th quarter started at 10:30. Not even at 10:30. This started at 10:25. It's been a 40-minute quarter. Give me Bo Melton. But that was a 25-yard reception from Christian Watson there. Brings the Packers to the 35. We will see what they do once we come back from the 2-minute warning break. But so far, the Eagles are just giving them free yardage. Free yardage. The Bucks have come back, and they will beat the Mavericks 116-114. The Suns are up 108-85 over the Pelicans. There's less than 6 minutes left in that game. The Timberwolves are up 102-91 over the Jazz. 7 minutes left in that game. And then the Clippers are up 29-19 over the Hawks. And that game is just about ready to get to the second quarter. In the NHL, the Blue Jackets are up 4-3 over the Oilers. There is 5 minutes left in that game. And then the Panthers are still up 1-0 over the Golden Knights. There's 17 minutes left in the second period in that one. And we will have only 5 games left in the college basketball slate. Georgia Tech is up 59-49 over Southeast Louisiana. Grand Canyon is up 85-57. Washington State's winning 80-61 over St. Thomas. UCLA is up 40-32. That game just came out of halftime. And then Cal is up 44-32 over Cal State Fullerton. We're back from the 2-minute break. We will have 2 minutes left. Jordan Love will look to lead the Packers down the field on this 1st and 10 here at the 35-yard line. Love with Jacobs to his left. He'll drop back, look to his left. Love will go ahead and throw it off his back foot. Josh Jacobs was not ready for that catch. It's going to be incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Once again, I don't think Jacobs knew that ball was going to be coming because he was spinning just as the ball was at his face. Yeah, he's going to fake block here. He's going to unprotected man Jalen Carter there. Jalen Carter coming out of nowhere to get pressure from Jordan Love. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Same thing. Jordan Love will have Josh Jacobs to his left. Motion man from left to right. Looks like it's Bo Melton. He's going to drop back, look to his left. Jordan Love dropping way back. He's going to throw this ball. He's going to... incomplete. Intended for Dontavian Wicks. It was off the top of his hands. And just couldn't hold on. And it's going to be a 3rd and 10. 1:51 left in this game. Dontavian Wicks was open. And if he had that catch, he would have put the Packers towards field goal range. But instead, the Eagles need to contain everybody. Love will once again stay in the same formation. He's going to drop back, look to his left. He's going to go ahead and throw it to the right to Luke Musgrave. Musgrave is a yard short. It's going to be 4th and 1. Gain of 9 there. Packers going no huddle. They need to get the first here. Love will have Jacobs to his right on this 4th and 1. They're going to give it to Josh Jacobs. It's a stop from Josh Jacobs. The Eagles stop him, but there is a flag. Will this be on the Eagles? Or was it a false start? Josh Jacobs, Reed Blankenship with the fumble recovery, and Jalen Phillips with the forced fumble. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. The ball's going back. It was an illegal formation on the Packers, which was declined. And the Eagles somehow made Josh Jacobs fumble as Jalen Phillips gets the forced fumble. And he already had a fumble recovery. Reed Blankenship with the fumble recovery once again on that one. And the Eagles will go ahead and get the ball back once again, and they will look to get one first down to end this game. Let's go ahead and look at my fantasy score. I traded for Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley went ahead and gave me 13 points, basically. 12.7, really. A.J. Brown has only dropped 3 points, but it's not a worry to me. Goddard dropped 8 points. I'm not worried about it, even though I had Juwan Johnson for 19, but still. Eagles only have 12 points, 16 from the Broncos. I'm not worried that much at all. But the Eagles once again get the ball back with 1:26 left on the clock. This game could be over. Not just yet. Not just yet. Only 3 more games left in the NBA slot for tonight. Well, they're all playing right now, but only 3 games left as of now. It's the Suns beating the Pelicans 112-89. Less than 5 minutes left in that one. Timberwolves are up 109-97 over the Jazz. 5:24 left in that one. And then the Clippers are up 36-19 over the Hawks. The Clippers are on a 10-0 run right now in the last 4 minutes. And there's 9 minutes left in the second quarter. And then that is basically the play of the game, really. Reed Blankenship right there to get the fumble from Josh Jacobs, with Jalen Phillips once again celebrating his first game with the Eagles. Is a great one. Jalen Phillips with a fumble recovery, a forced fumble, 1 tackle for loss, 4 tackles. I mean, what could you ask more for him? Eagles and Chargers on December 8th at 8 p.m. That will be, I believe, week 14. But it is 1:26 on the clock here. The Eagles need 1 first down to end this game. Hurts is under center with Barkley around at 7 yards back. They give it to Barkley here, running up the middle. Gets about 2. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. The Packers will keep calling their timeouts here. They're going to be down to 1 timeout here. But with the first half being tied at 0-0, both teams decided to actually score some points this second half, with the Eagles scoring a field goal and the touchdown. The Packers responded to that touchdown with the touchdown of their own. And right now, that 39-yard field goal from Jake Elliott is holding on for the Eagles right now in this 10-7 game. 2nd and 8 for the Eagles here, 1:22 on the clock. Hurts will go ahead and be under center here. He's going to snap the ball. He's going to give it to Barkley once again. He's going to run it to the middle once again. He had room on the outside to run that ball. This one's about a yard gain. He's going to have 100 total yards this game. But it will be a 3rd and 7. Packers call their final timeout. So no more timeouts for the Packers. They will have 1:18 left on the clock. The Eagles will have a 3rd and 7 at the Packers 36. Just for fun of it, they got to start the play clock sometime. There we go. We're playing with the play clock now, boys. 1:18 on the clock. Eagles looking to end this game. Hurts behind the center. 5 on the play clock. They snap it. They give it to Barkley. Barkley is going to run it, and he's going to get about another yard. So it's going to be 4th and 6, and they will bring out the field goal unit once again. Or not, it's going to be 4th and 6, and the offense stays on the field. Hurts with Bergey to his right. They're just going to let the clock run down as much as they can. So it's going to be another run here, most likely. Motion man is Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles do call timeout. There is one timeout left for the Eagles. They will most likely go for the field goal now. After tonight, the Eagles will have the Lions on Sunday Night Football, followed by the Cowboys, the Bears, the Chargers on Monday Night Football, and the Raiders. "33 seconds on the clock in this game. The Eagles will most likely go ahead and go 7-2 here if they hold on to beat the Packers. They will keep the offense on the field here for some reason. So it's probably going to be just another run here. Or not. You never know. Hurts will have Bergey to his left. They're going to go ahead and snap this ball. Hurts is going to drop back. Look in the pass. He's going to throw it deep to A.J. Brown. It's incomplete. No flags. And it's going to go back to Green Bay with a 1st and 10 with 27 seconds left in this game. Off the shoulder pad of Valentine. So that pass was never going to happen in a lifetime. So the Eagles turn it over on downs. The Packers have 27 seconds and no timeouts. They will be at the 35-yard line. Brandon McManus' career long is 61 yards back in 2021. Motion man for the Packers looks like it's Dontavian Wicks. Love is going to drop back. He's going to drop up now. He's going to chunk it deep. Incomplete. Intended for Christian Watson. Andrew Makumba right there with Reed Blankenship to break that up. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. 20 seconds on the clock. Love was trying to go for it all. It was Cooper DeJean on Christian Watson, but Makumba was right there to break that up. It was actually in Makumba's chest. That would have been a 50-yard pass if he did that. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. 19 completions for Jordan Love. Over 30 yards downfield. Love's going to drop back, look to his left. He's going to try it again. This time it's caught by Bo Melton for the 1st down. They're close to field goal range. There's 8 seconds left. 7, 6. They need to spike this ball. 5. They do with 5 seconds on the clock. 5 seconds. You have no timeouts. The Packers looking to tie this game. They're going to bring out Brandon McManus. 2nd and 10, and they're going to bring out Brandon McManus to try and tie this game up. You would think the Eagles will call a timeout to ice them. This is probably going to be a 65-yard field goal attempt from the right hash, and there is wind, so there is no gimme whatsoever. 5 seconds left. Brandon McManus looking to force this game into overtime. There should have been a delay of game there, but the Eagles do call their final timeout. They're going to ice Brandon McManus. This is for the game! McManus didn't even realize it, but he still missed the field goal attempt wasn't even close. It was actually short. This is a 64-yard attempt. McManus will get second hope. He will get a second chance. Or not. They're going to bring the offense back on the field for one last play. Both teams have no timeouts. It is 2nd and 10. 5 seconds on the clock. The Eagles are playing deep. This is for the game. Unless the Packers go short here. They're going to go short. And it's incomplete. Intended for Dontavian Wicks. And with that, it is 3rd and a game-winning clutch here. Thanks for the great call. Have a good night. You too, Tom. I'll see you Friday. Brandon McManus has had 13 lead-changing field goals in the final 2 minutes of a game. This one is a 64-yard field goal to tie this game up from the right hash. The kick is blocked! The kick is blocked! The Eagles win! The Eagles win! The kick was blocked and the Eagles win! The Eagles win their 4th straight game against the Packers, which includes the playoffs. McManus is kicked. McManus, I thought his kick was blocked. Let's see the replay here. No, he just shanked that. He shanked it so bad. Oh my God. Brandon McManus shanked it so bad that he costed the game very badly. Kicked by Brandon McManus. Terrible kick. That had to be painful. But the final score is the Eagles 10 and the Packers 7. The Eagles will go 7-2 and the Packers will go 5-3-1. Both teams started with no points in the first half. Very defensive game. And the Eagles started off the 3rd quarter with a field goal. And that was the difference maker in this game. Because both teams scored a touchdown. And the Eagles managed to hold on mainly on that field goal. Wow. Once again, next week is Cowboys and Raiders. What a win. It was a close one, but it's a win. But we'll go ahead and go through the final stat line here. Jalen Hurts had 15 completions to 26 attempts for 183 yards. And a touchdown. I want to double check that because it still says Tanner McKee was in this game, which he was not. So we're just going to double check that real quick. He was not on the field, by the way. Yeah, okay, so Hurts was 15 for 26, 183 yards, and a touchdown. Not even sacked once, barely, multiple times. Barkley had 22 rushing attempts for 61 yards. Jalen Hurts had 5 rushes for 27 yards. Devontae Smith led the receiving game with 4 receptions, 69 yards, and a touchdown. Followed by Dallas Goedert for 4 receptions for 43 yards. A.J. Brown only having 2 receptions for 13 yards. Jake Elliott making his extra point and field goal. And then for the Packers, Jordan Love went 20 for 36 with 177 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. Sacked 3 times. Josh Jacobs led the rushing game with 21 rushes for 74 yards and the only touchdown and score that they had. Jordan Love had 5 rushes for 28 yards. Christian Watson led the team in receiving with 45 yards on 2 receptions, followed by Dontavian Wicks with 4 receptions for 38 yards, and Josh Jacobs with 5 receptions for 33 yards. McManus missing his field goal attempt, but making his extra point. Sack-wise, it was only Jalen Phillips. Okay, it was Jacoby Dean, Jalix Hunt, and Nolan Smith. But once again, the Eagles will go 7-2. The Packers go 5-3-1. Thursday Night Football will have the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots. And then Monday night we'll have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. But on Sunday night, it will be the Detroit Lions taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And then on Sunday morning, you have the Commanders and the Dolphins. Yeah, that's a great game. But anyways, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe. We're on our road to 1,450 subscribers. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the comments section below. Once again, I will be streaming the Sixers and Pistons game on Friday. And if I decide to call the Celtics and Sixers game on Tuesday, I will let you know. But also keep your notification bell on so you don't miss any of those streams or videos that I decide to post. Anyways, yeah, the next game for the Sixers is tomorrow. And then Friday, there's only 3 games on Thursday in the NBA. It's going to be another Cup game on Friday. So, whoop-de-doo. NHL, I believe the Flyers played Wednesday. So we're not doing that, and then they play Friday. So, not a lot of games on Thursday. Thursday only game is Troy and Old Dominion in college football. But yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all joining in. Once again, the final score is the Eagles 10, the defending Super Bowl champions, Philadelphia Eagles 10, and the Green Bay Packers 7. I also won my fantasy game, so thank you for Saquon Barkley and Dallas Goedert for supporting me every step of the way. Once again, I will be streaming the Friday game of the Philadelphia 76ers and the Detroit Pistons, as it's another NBA Cup play. So I get to blind my eyes watching the court. Yay! Sounds great. Honestly, at least it's not green like Minnesota's. Oh my god, that will blind you. Basically, the key play of this game was Devontae Smith's touchdown, I should say. This defense had some worries, but it definitely held on to the win. It was the first scoreless game of this Monday Night Football game in the first half since 2009, thankfully. Let's go ahead and see what that final score was in 2009. Ravens, 2009, Monday Night Football. The final score in that game was the Ravens 16 and the Browns 0. The Ravens shut down Brady Quinn, who went 13 for 31, not even having 100 total passing yards and 2 interceptions. Well, luckily in this game, there were no interceptions, and Hurts was able to get over 100 total passing yards. And so did Jordan Love. So, solid all around, I should say. Still think that fumble in the first quarter was a little bit stupid on Jalen's part. But it is what it is. We still got to win. A win's a win. in this economy, I guess. But anyways, once again, I thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe. And I will go ahead and see you guys on Wednesday. So, once again, the final score is Eagles 10, Packers 7. A lot of penalties and punts, but only one tush push this game, which is not what you see every day. I will go ahead and see you guys in the next one.